Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? What's going on out there, man? Stop in right quick, man. Go on and sit down. We're gonna enjoy this one today. We're gonna let off some steam, man. But come on in, man. We got a minute. Come on in, cause we're gonna have some fun with this one, man. Cause I just don't see how I can get better at this point. Losing to a damn 1-6 Miami Dolphins team, uh, 34-10. And it wasn't even as close as the score had indicated, man. It really felt like a shutout. It really felt like a shutout, man. And whoo, just come on in, man. I got to blow off some steam, man. I got to blow off some steam. Come on in. Want to thank y'all for stopping in right quick, man. Joe Ward. I agree, man. How the coaching staff still employed, absolutely. Lewis Curtis, man. What the hell is Raheem and Zach doing? I don't know. Champ, look, this should be the case, but I got a feeling it's not. I think we stuck with Raheem Morris to the end of the season. I hate to say it because, as you would know, um, yeah, Blake ain't gonna fire him. No matter who they fire at this point. Um, I think it lost the team because if y'all go back to last year, man, just go back to last year. We're gonna slow it down. Go back to last year. 6-3, off to a great start, man. And all cylinders were clicking, everything. And guess what? Go to the Saints, play just like we played today. So I think you lose the locker room after this game because of 1-16. They played like they had nothing to lose. And we can't, doubt the coaches of Miami because even though they were 1-6, those coaches still coach that team. They still coach that Miami Dolphins team, even with a 1-6 record, to come in here and still try to win the game. So I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a lot of major changes coming. I don't know if it's head coach, I don't know if it's coordinator, I don't know. And I'm telling you, the trade deadline is a little bit over a week away. And I'm telling you, we might be selling at the trade deadline, no matter who it might be. Could be Bates, could be anybody but Bijan. I think anybody but Bijan, AJ Terrell, in those big contracts. But anybody else, they could be gone. Still don't see no creativity. 4 of the first 7 drives were 3 and out. I mean, how much worse can it get for the Falcons? Ski, I'm just saying, man. I mean, look, if you at a certain point, and the reason why, I get why you saying it because we put together a hell of a team. Or Terry Fontenot has put together a hell of a team, but he might not. He might be the damn scapegoat too, because think about it. If the coaches are hired by the front office, and I feel like Fontenot had no say so in that because Arthur Blank was comfortable with who he comfortable with. It's just no way that you can justify this hiring. When you look at other coaches around the league, just like Aaron Glenn today, Aaron Glenn, Bengals were winless. He went to Cincinnati and pulled off a win. That team just kept fighting. And the way you look at it, man, when a team keeps fighting, if they 1-7 or 2-6 or some shit like that, and they keep fighting, that's a testament to the coaching. Hell, we were 3-3 at 500, and we seemed like it just wasn't shit. We seemed like the 1-16 because the last 3 to 4 games, outside of the Washington, let's put it like this: since the Washington win, this has seemed like the most unprepared team in the NFL. It's easy to say that because when you look at the quarterback in play, you look at the predictable offense. And don't get me wrong, Jeff Ulbrich, I can't say that. Can't say that about him because he's got that team. Other than today, and the reason why they gave up 330 yards today, was because the defense was tired. They were on the field damn near 3/4 of the game. Think about that. Time possession was out of control. And you can't blame them for, giving up 34 points. Because at some point, it's going to break. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, man. Devon, I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Look, Ski, that's what I'm saying. Your team is a mirror of their head coaches, and the way they were mirroring after this game and during this game, it was just bad, man. I mean, the way they were just dejected. They kept showing Bijan on the damn sideline, and you could see the dejection on his face because he knows I'm one of the best players on the team, and I only got 25 yards on 9 carries today. And why they couldn't run the football? Because they have no creativity in the passing game. If you get that passing game going early, you know what? That opens up the run game. But Zach Robinson couldn't do absolutely nothing today. I mean, absolutely nothing. I think the Falcons had, if I'm not mistaken, 177 yards the entire game. And most of that came on the last drive. They only had, I think, they had 211 yards. I'm sorry. But I'm sure about 60 of that came on the last drive. So before that last drive where they scored, they only had like 150 yards offense. I mean, where do you draw the damn line if you're the owner? Where do you draw the damn line if you're the GM? I mean, yeah, he got 2 years left on his contract, but Raheem got to go. It's just that simple, man. And no, I'm not in my feelings. I'm just telling y'all what I see. I would have fired him out after last year. Why? Because you're at 6-3. You're going to a 2-7 Saints team, and right now we still at that same spot on the last end of that season. We finished that season 2-6, so nothing has changed after that 2-6 start. So I mean, where do you go from here? You have a slew of injuries. I get that, but I've seen coaches have a slew of damn injuries and still win football games. As long as you got your superstar players still playing, you should still find a way to win the football game. Yeah, Robert, the Falcon players quit. They tired of Raheem, man. I'm telling you, he has lost that locker room. We might not want to see it, or we might not believe it. I'm just telling you, man, he got to go. I mean, I know what I said, Ski, because of that deal. And that still might be the case. He might not go nowhere because of that deal. And another reason why he may not go anywhere is because they still 3-4 and they still have a chance. Even though I feel like they won't play better at 3-4, they still have a chance. The Saints and the Bucks playing right now. The Panthers got blown out today. That was something good. But whoever wins this Saints Bucks game, the Saints could drop to 1-7, and the Bucks could possibly drop to 5-3, and they'll only be, I think, a game and a half behind. But you look, I mean, I think he'll finish the season, but I hope he don't, because honestly, the interim coach would probably, hype the guys up a little bit better than this, no matter if it's Ulbrich, Jerry Gray, or whoever. Raheem, he just not that guy, man. As I told y'all, remember when he was here when Dan Quinn got fired? What did he show us in that 4-7 run as an interim coach that he can come in and coach his team to the playoffs? He had his chance last year. He fumbled it. And right now they're fumbling away their season after a decent start because they can't get out their own way. And it makes you wonder what the hell is going on in those film rooms, because they're making the same mistake each and every week. Miscommunication on the field between the quarterback and the wide receivers. Breezer, what's up, my guy? I mean, miscommunication should be going on at this point. It shouldn't. If you see how frustrated Kirk Cousins was during this game because the receivers were running the wrong routes, or they were breaking too quick on routes, or just not doing the right thing. If they're gonna keep doing the same thing, it's just time to make a move. And see, this is why I tell y'all these things for a reason, because you got to be uncomfortable to start winning football games. Stop going out and getting coaches that you comfortable with just because you know them. Go out and try something different. Mike Vrabel, y'all brought him in for an interview, did not get the job. But look at what he's doing in New England. Why? He wasn't scared to break that team down. The players that he needed to know, that needed to go, he got rid of them. And guess what? Hey man, you got to blame Morris, man. You got to blame Morris. I mean, he's the head coach. He's the head of the ship. So I'm telling y'all, if he ends up being the coach at the end of the year, there's no more playoffs. And look, the team they have right now, even though they have injuries, still one of the best rosters in football. And you got to have somebody to coach the players. And he's not doing it. So I'm telling you, look, if let me finish my point about Mike Vrabel. I'm bad. Mike Vrabel, you had a chance to interview him. Look at what he's doing in New England. He's up there, doing what he can. He's broke that team down. He's traded away key players. He's cut key players. He's, shedding salary because he wants to. I'm gonna send you a link in a minute. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to blow off some steam. But Mike Vrabel is up there with the New England Patriots. I think they're 4-2. We play them next week. So this is going to be a tough game in New England next week. And this is going to show us exactly what I'm talking about. Week in and week out, preparation is bad. And I know Arthur Blank is going to have that talk with Raheem Morris this week. I know he is. But at the same time, he's not showing you anything different than what he did last year. Nothing. Still poor clock management. Still can't call a timeout on time. I mean, and the way you think he talked, the way he could probably sell a damn used car, you would think he would have some kind of inspiration on this team. But this team looked about as flat as the concrete we walk on. And after 7 games, no way in the hell we should have came out that flat. Not when we beat Buffalo. Not when we beat Washington. Two of the best teams in their, respective conference. And this schedule is only going to get harder as the season goes on. Still got to play the Rams. Still got to play the Seahawks. Still got to play the Saints twice. Even though they're 1-6 right now, they're going to play us tough no matter what their record is. Still got to play Tampa again. Still got to play Carolina again. I'm just saying. The Jets just won today at 1-6. So, look, I'm telling y'all, it's not going to get any better. It's not. Yeah, and the Colts, one of the best running backs in the league. Jonathan Taylor, if he puts up 200 yards against the Falcons, just don't be surprised. He ran for 100 and some yards last week and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, it's demoralizing. It's very demoralizing. And you just get tired of repeating yourself, man, because the same simple mistake they've been making the last 8 damn years with coaches is it's just pretty sad, man. And I just don't know which way to go after this, man. I'm gonna just keep it honest with you. Just disturbing. It's just disturbing to watch, man. Oh, man. But yeah, man, we got to do better, man. We got to do better. 34-10. I mean, I don't think it'll get any better. I mean, look, it's just. I mean, y'all go to Twitter, man. I put up a Fire Raheem hashtag. Go like it many times as you can. Hopefully that'll damn help. But I'm gonna let y'all in, for a couple of minutes. Get 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And that's gonna be y'all limit because I know the chat gonna be full. But Tori McIntyre actually just put out a tweet. She said, paraphrasing Kirk Cousins, wasn't any one thing the Falcons couldn't do offensively that led to today's performance. Multiple issues. You have to stack plays to move the change, and we never got to the point where we could. And what he mean by stack plays, you got to be consistent. There was no kind of consistency at no point in this game. Hell, they couldn't even walk straight to the damn sideline in a straight line. It was so damn bad. But you got to do better, man. You got to do better. 3-4 is not the end of the world. But I'm going to just tell y'all, man, I do not trust Raheem at this point. I don't trust him at all. At all. And I'm going to say it. I'm not scared to say it. No consistency whatsoever. The game that they did win, they were consistent in those games. They ran the football the right way. They called plays the right way. But every time Zach Robinson takes a step forward, he takes 3 steps back. Every time his team takes a step forward, he takes 3 steps back because of egos. Egos can ruin Any team. Any team. Man, I'm gonna drop the link right quick, man. Y'all come on in, try to keep it to 2 minutes. Because like I said, I know the chat gonna be full because y'all got to blow off some steam. Cause look, I'm telling you, man, I started turning the game off in the second quarter because I knew in the second quarter it wasn't no hope. When the players quit on you, ain't nothing you can do. And a lot of these players, they thinking about, they're firing the Ike Hilliard. They knew he was a scapegoat, and a grown man ain't gonna go for that when they see the problem is not the wide receiver coach, it's the damn head coach. But they fired him to be the scapegoat to get some of the pressure. And it's sad, man. It's sad. What's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm hanging in there, man.
Hey, listen. Let me be quite honest with you, man. You got about 5 years of age on me, as far as wise. Let me tell you something. We've been through some bad seasons. You know that we've been through some bad seasons.
Oh
This right
man, look,
here,
I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I done seen bad. This was one of those games where we played the 49ers back in the day and Jerry Rice kicked our ass the whole game.
yes.
This is one of those games, but go ahead.
I feel now that I don't even want to watch the 2026 season. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I don't even want to. And I'm a big Falcons fan. I'm out here in El Paso, Texas. There ain't no professional team out here whatsoever.
Right.
There's a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans out here, of course, but let me be at the rate that we're going. Even if we fire Raheem Morris, I just got a feeling in my gut that goes, "Oh, it's gonna be this." I don't know. I don't care who you bring in. It's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, you know why? Because the front office always got to stick their hands in things.
Yeah.
See, this the thing. This is why they didn't hire Mike Vrabel, because they knew he was want to put together the type team that he wanted.
Well,
but
he's winning. He's winning. He's winning.
Yeah, so, but that's the thing. He's winning, and when you winning and you have one Super Bowl winner, he was a really decent coach in Tennessee till they fired the GM. And see, that's the thing. When the front office get involved, it messes up the entire team. So, it just got to get better. But the only way to get better, like I said, they got to get uncomfortable. But you got any more questions for me before I get out of here? I got a whole back room full of people.
Yeah. The last thing I would say right here.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
The whole inter thing of let's hire the people that I know has got old real fast, real quick.
Yep.
And if by Black Monday comes around, when Monday comes around tomorrow, if Raheem gets fired, it's deserving. It's not that people will be surprised. Even Falcons are locked on Falcons right now. They're like, Aaron Freeman was like, man, I ain't got nothing to say. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, I mean, and then you can say, because at the end of the day, if the coach ain't holding himself accountable, I mean, how can we?
Yeah, yeah. But I'll let you get on with your other people, man. I appreciate the time, man.
Appreciate you, Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. All right, let's move on to the next, man. My boy Chef checking in. Chef, what's up, my guy?
Man, what's going on, man? So,
hey man, I'm gonna need a 20-piece of them Wayne today, man. I'm pissed off today.
Hey, so I got a question, Smitty. Okay, so because the defense look decimated, man. The defense look like I don't know, man. Why I know we got to go at the head coach, right? But why Raheem? I'm just trying to figure out, because I think he's trying to let people he ain't trying to be micromanaging. I think that's one thing. He's letting Aubrey and the offensive coach, I never say his name because he's still trash. I just don't like how he run offenses. I think he don't try to micromanage them. I think he just let them play their game. Right.
It's okay to let them, do their thing. But Jeff Albrecht has been doing his thing with the defense, so you ain't got to worry about him. It's Zach Robinson he got to worry about. And the thing that pisses me off, Raheem has coached both sides of the football. So you mean to tell me you've been a wide receiver coach? You coached, the offense before. You coached the defense before. So you mean to
Right.
tell me as a collective, you sit up accepting the thing that's going on right now with the offensive coordinator and the way he calling plays? No way in the hell. If we see it as fans and we
Yeah.
see that they're inconsistent, you need to get your ass in that film with them and see what's going on and see why they can't get nothing together. That's just common sense.
So out of a totality of the loss, where do you lean more of the problem? Like, what would you say the problem? Today, I would say as a whole team, but our defense looked. Our
But
defense
but
looked. I don't
look,
know if it was
we
because.
were we were on the field over half of the damn game. They had like 36, 37 minutes in time of possession.
Oh yeah, right.
So of course they gonna be gassed. Of course they gonna look bad. I mean, at some point and even the rotational players were damn tired. So I mean, look, it just
That
got to
one of
get
them
better.
losses that we weren't supposed to lose this one, man. This was a game that I was like, I was explaining to my wife, I was like, these one of those games that you just can't go and lose back to back like that, man. Like
But
you gotta kind of keep it in the.
they used the exact same plan the 49ers used last week. Ran the ball, crack back straight up the middle. That's all they did the whole game.
The whole game, man. The whole game, man. I thought Tua was injured because he wasn't even throwing that mud no further than about 10 yards, 12
But
yards
see,
down the field.
that's their game, pitch and catch. That's why they played so well a couple of years ago. That pitch and catch with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. But
Yeah.
now, since they had to take shots down the field, this is why Tua has looked so bad. So they got back to basics today with that, that quick pitch, get it out, 3 to 5 step drop, and it worked. But yeah, I mean, it's got to get better, man. And
Now
the
you done
NFL,
predicted. I've been on your show for I think about a good 4 years now. You
right?
predicted a lot when it comes to the team, when it comes to the management, and you know what I'm saying. So you would say that you think Raheem is in the hot seat, or would you say
Oh
you
yeah,
think Zach
absolutely.
Robinson is in the hot seat?
I think both of them in the hot seat. One, you lost 30-0 to a Carolina team that you shouldn't have lost to. Two, you just lost today about 24 points to a team that's 1-6, with the worst defense in the league.
Worst
So
defense in the
yeah,
league, yeah.
so you tell me. But I got a lot in the back room, man. Appreciate you coming through. Totally appreciate it.
Man, it's all good, man. I'm gonna jump back in the comment section, man.
Appreciate you, Chef.
All good, dog.
Keep this thing going, man. Keep this thing going. Let me see who is next. My boy Dirty Bird. And then we're gonna get Run in.
What's up?
Dirty Bird, what's up, my guy?
How you
What's up,
doing, man?
Mr. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, rough afternoon, man.
Oh boy, shit, rough year so far. Go ahead.
I just can't. I'm just lost for words, man. I can't even give you a thorough analysis right now because this team is just poorly coached. I mean, you talking about from multiple penalties today to not even an attempting to run in the football. I mean, it's like you said, that's one of the worst defenses in the NFL. And for you not to even attempt to, they stuff you out the first 2 drives, and what you gonna do? Just quit?
Bro, the first 7 drive with 3 and out. Think about that. Most people don't even get 3 and outs the entire game. They got 4 on the first 7 drives. Couldn't move the ball.
Couldn't move the ball whatsoever, man. And it's like I said, and then just looking at, I look at little stuff on the sideline. I see no fire. It seems like
Yeah, they tired, man. They tired, bro. They tired.
I don't know if they necessarily quit today, but that's what it looked like to me. Just for the simple fact that just the body language is no enthusiasm whatsoever, and the defense, man, the defense getting worn down, man, because the offense can't put up no points. I mean, defense only can hold so long.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I see people saying, the defense is trash. But if you on the field 30-something minutes of any game, but at some point you're gonna get worn down. And I don't care if it's the backups, I don't care if it's the starters. At some point, you're gonna get tired. And you know what? Just like I said last year. I remember going into the New Orleans game. I'm pretty sure you was tuned in last year when I said this. I said going into the game last year against New Orleans, if they lost that game, it was going to hurt them mentally. And guess what? It hurt them mentally. And this is one of those. This is another one of those games. A 1-6 team, and you mean tell me you come out this flat as concrete? Not gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, something got to change, man. Because right now, like I tell people, you get dominated. You get dominated on a line of scrimmage time possession for 2 games straight.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster for the defense to get worn down. I know you got to go, Smitty. I'll catch you on the.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Yeah, man. I mean, look, you can't look no worse than the Falcons look today, man. You can't. I mean, you can. If you look worse than you look today, you might as well just have replacements out there. Just play the whole third string and just call it a season. The crazy thing about it, the reason why they can't give up, they gave the Rams their first round pick. So wherever they end up, if it's a top 10 pick, the Rams going to get in, the Rams win the trade. Because the very first play, James Pierce drops back in coverage instead of getting after the damn quarterback. I knew then it was going to be a long day. I knew right then it was going to be a long day. James Pierce dropping back in coverage. We said that shit last year with Matthew Judon. And the same thing goddamn happened. Damn. Bro, what's up, my guy?
What's up, Smitty? This game, I wish I'd have just slapped it out of Raheem right now.
It ain't gonna do no good.
If it do me some good, he deserve it.
It ain't gonna do no good, Ron. I'm telling you, it ain't.
Because back-to-back games, you don't say nothing to Zach Robinson.
I mean, he can't address it. He can't address him in public, man. He got to wait till they get back to the facility. Wait till they get back, the flower branch to get to the film room. That's when he got to say something. That's when he got to, put his foot in his ass. Because if he don't, we gonna just see the same things over and over. And look, honestly, if I don't trust Raheem, I'm pretty sure some of those players and some of those coaches don't either.
Right. I don't trust Raheem. And I've been saying that. When he got the job, I said I want to be a bad check. Because I knew what Raheem all about. He a car salesman.
Yeah.
That Pinto got a lot of miles on it, but you still trying to sell it to me for $8,000.
Man, and look, and like I said, Ron, when you look at the whole totality of the whole thing, I think Raheem can coach. I just don't think he put enough coaches around him to challenge him to make him better. If he had veteran coaches around him right now, even though they were playing bad, I feel like those coaches, them veteran coaches, could probably pick him up, say, "Hey, man, this is what you need to do different. This is what we need to do different." But since he wanted those young guys, those first year guys, you got to damn help them study to get their game up. They're not, pouring nothing into you. So they're not pouring nothing into you and just draining you. Guess what? You're gonna be empty at the end of the day. So look.
But once again, I don't feel sorry for him because he's the one picked these guys.
Yeah. But sometimes that's why you got to live with some of your decisions in life.
Right.
This is something that he got to live with.
So I want to know what Arthur Blank saying about this. Yeah, Arthur Blank gonna go to him and be like, "Look, I tired saying that bullshit. You supposed to be a defensive coordinator."
Hey, I get how you feel with Arthur Blank, but he part of the problem too.
Right.
Because if you let Terry Fontenot go out and get the coach that he wants, because I'm guarantee you, man, he didn't have no say so on Arthur Smith whatsoever because he got hired after Arthur Smith got hired. Then you go get Raheem Morris. That is somebody Arthur Blank was comfortable with because he was here before. So now you stuck with the same thing over and over. So we say Rich McKay is, he said Rich McKay is out of the picture. I'll never believe that. Why? Because this is a Rich McKay type hire. Right. So I'm telling y'all, Terry Fontenot's hands is tied to a certain degree, which is why we'll never see the coach that he wants. He may get fired because casualty award and the bad decision that the rest of the front office guys make. And it's not fair.
It's sad because Terry Fontenot got all the pieces this draft.
Yeah. You got
to do his job.
Yeah. And look, even though they hurt, you still got to be a coach.
Right.
Look at Miami. 1-6. Coach still can't do what they were supposed to do. Won the game. It's just never an excuse.
That beat us at our. That they did a better job of beating us with our own tools. Let me say that.
Right.
Just like the 49ers. That beat us at our what we do best. That took Bijan out of the picture.
Facts. But it's a copycat league.
Right.
They attacked us on offense the same way the 49ers did. And guess what? Same result.
So and like somebody
right quick, run one more thing. Now I got to get back to the back room. We kind of busy back there. Go ahead.
Somebody please slap fire out of Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris, and I got the moving truck outside right now.
It ain't gonna do no good. I mean, it is what it is. And like I say, even though if he keeps his job, if they keep their job, it's not gonna get better because this was the lowest point. So look, it ain't gonna get no better. But to me, this was the lowest point.
Yes. A 1-6 Miami team.
Yep.
And you don't do nothing in the second half. You don't change nothing.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Nothing.
Yep. But I appreciate you coming through, my guy.
Anytime, Smitty. Keep up the good work, my dog.
You know I am, man. You know it. Appreciate you. That's my guy, Ryan, man, coming through. Retro G, what's up, my guy? Talk to me.
Hold on. First off, Smitty, what's good, my boy? What's good?
What's up with you, man?
It's been a minute.
It's been a long minute. I didn't see you got that cup today, man. What's
all right, dog. So first things first, man. You said it. The hashtag was right, bro. Fire Raheem. It's time, dog.
Man, I'm gonna say right now. Let me get 10,000 retweets on that, man.
Dog, it's time, bro. It don't make no sense. This roster is way too great for this bullshit that we're seeing right now. It makes absolutely no sense, bro. I really expected Kurt Cole to go the hell off. I really did. I expected Kurt to go off.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, dog.
He's rusty as hell, so I didn't expect it. I did
1-6. 1-6 Miami, bro. I expected it. 1-6.
I did, however, expect him to be consistent, which he was, but the play calls weren't consistent. No, so when you got inconsistency at play calling and you got play calling, miscommunication, you seen the wide receiver running the wrong route, just simple shit that they supposed to work out in practice.
Makes absolutely no sense, bro. Like this looked like a preseason game for this offense.
And boy, that's what I see. Yeah,
bro.
Defense,
man. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, look, we can say this all day till we blue in the face, and it don't mean that they gonna listen.
No.
But what else do you need to see after this offensive coordinator that lets you know that he can continue going? And as I told y'all the last 2 weeks, and I actually said it before the season started, when I found out about the Oklahoma State job, I said for some reason, and I told Chris, I said for some reason he's not gonna be focused this year, and you're gonna be able to see it. And we seeing it right before our eyes. So fire him, let him go and get that job because I'm pretty sure it's his anyway. Let him go and get that job. You move on, find somebody that you can bring in. Because I'm telling you, I hate this, but I can see Zach Taylor getting fired for the same reason. The front office in Cincinnati is terrible. They don't like to pay nobody. They paid 3 damn people, but it's 53 people on the damn roster.
Right.
We made that mistake before, so look. Let Zach Robinson go to Oklahoma State or wherever he's going. Hell, I don't care. Zach, what's his name? TJ Yates called the damn plays at this point. I don't.
Yeah. So, like you said, what we saw from Raheem when he got the interim job. What did he do? Nothing. He won one game in Minnesota and that was it?
Yep.
That was it. You know what I'm saying? Like what we're dealing with right now, bro, it's not the roster, bro. I said this shit on Twitter. I think you might have posted something when I said it. This ain't a roster issue, dog. This is coaching. This is pure coaching. And guess what? He hired a defensive coordinator last year. What happened? Got fired. Same thing, same issues with his offensive coordinator he hired. Guess what? What's gonna happen to him? He gonna get
Fire.
fired. He gonna
Yep.
get fired. So
Yep.
fuck it, fuck all that. We're not gonna sit there and just fire the OC. Fire them both. Just start fresh.
Yep.
Start fresh. And which I was saying earlier about New England's coach. Like
Mike Vrabel.
he was in the building. He was
Man,
in the building.
Mike Vrabel is
He was
like I say, he's practically breaking that team down, building it just like he wants.
dog.
If he had our roster with the way he coaches, Atlanta would probably only have one loss.
Dog. For real. Like
Because he teaches mental toughness, and that's something that it's hard to do as a coach. Because just like you see this guy smiling in the background, he want to be our friend. He don't want to, lay down the tough rules. He want to, be the players' coach, but you can't be that in today's NFL.
Right, like last year during training camp, his ass is in there dancing and shit during training camp. I don't want nobody dancing. I want somebody sitting there,
and ain't won nothing.
No, ain't done a damn thing. What's his record? Can somebody pull up the record real quick as a head coach?
I think
he's a losing record.
32-51, I want to say.
Come
somebody
on,
put it in the chat.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but Retro, I got a lot of people in the back, man.
What you seeing? Like, what are you seeing? Like, what is Arthur Blank seeing with this man? He's a yes dude. That's the problem. Arthur Blank wants a yes man. He wants a yes man. He don't want to win in coach, but let's be real. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You got to be uncomfortable.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Does Arthur Blank really give a damn about this damn team? Let's talk about it. Does he really give a damn about this team?
I think he does, but I just don't think, he's in the mindset no more, 83 years old, to put his trust in the people he's supposed to put his trust into.
Well, then maybe his son?
His son is probably, running more day-to-day than he is now.
Oh, and then that's a Blank problem. It ain't just the Arthur Blank problem, it's the Blank problem then. If that's the case.
Point blank period.
If that's the case, man. You know what I'm saying? But Smitty, you my guy, man. Appreciate you having me on, dog. It's been a minute. I want to get on more times, bro.
Hey, please come back, my guy.
I got you, bro.
No doubt. My boy Retro G coming in, man. Eric Roger, thank you for the super chat, man. I really truly appreciate it. He said the offense looked like crap. We can't sustain drives. This pistol formation is trash. And why the hell would you run a pistol on 4th and 1 anyway? Make that make sense. 3rd and 1. I'm sorry, 3rd and 1. Make it make sense. He said the offensive line can't pass block. Why did we go away from the run? Why we couldn't run the football? Because they couldn't get the pass game going. One got to coincide with the other. When you can't pass the ball, you're not going to be able to run. When you can't run the ball, passing game going to get one-dimensional. So when you one-dimensional, anybody can stop you. And like I said, they use the same exact scheme the 49ers used last week. And this is why you got to adjust during the game and during the week. Now, if they come out next week in New England with this same crap, it's going to be the same result, blowout. But here, Raj, thank you for that donation, my brother. Let's see. Brewski, what's good, man? Show y'all some love because the coaches ain't getting it done for me. What's up, Retro? He said, what's up, Retro? Appreciate you, Brewski. Let's get this going, man. Trick 6542 said, I seen this, Smitty. I asked y'all in the chat in August, did y'all believe in coaching? Because I don't. Yeah, you did say that. But let's welcome in my guy, C Double, man. What's good, man? Talk to me right quick.
Look, I've been away because of funerals. My uncle passed.
Sorry, praying for you, my brother.
Yeah, it was, hey, man lived to be over 90-something years old, so he's had a long life. So it's just one of those. But look, why are we all so surprised? Because
I'm not anymore.
Exactly. You know what? Here's the thing. So the 49ers game, I watched it. And I wasn't even mad. It was one of those, this is the Falcons. Prime time. You just took care of the Buffalo Bills. Here's where you show you could put a stranglehold. You had Chris Collinsworth capping for this team. He was telling you stuff about the Falcons that a lot of us were going, man, did he just make some of this up? But anyway, and we crapped the bed. Okay, just Falcons, true Falcon teams.
Right.
And then this game, everyone's saying, oh, it's going to be different, man. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. We're going to beat Miami. We're going to beat Miami, who had nothing. Let me repeat that. Nothing going towards the game. I'm listening to Miami podcast, Daniel Lembertard. They have a mandatory 5-minute, and when it goes over, they make fun of the person that brings it up. because they said there's nothing coming up. And then it's like when they talked about the Falcons game, they said, look, they won't be able to stop Bijan. They stopped Bijan. Look, if you really believe,
no, the Falcons stopped.
No. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just telling you what
I know what you're saying. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but see, here's my thing. I'm not begging for Raheem to lose his job. I ain't begging for, Zach, who as soon as he gets fired, he's going to get his suit on and wear a cowboy hat and be signed with the OK State. Because, dude, that's going to happen. You talked about it. I've been saying it. Look, all I got to say is this. The man that has to get fired, you got to get rid of Raheem. You got to get rid of the offense coordinator. You got to get rid of damn Skeletor and Mr. Magoo. And if you don't know who those two are, let me remind you. That's Daddy Blanks and that's Rich McKay, who's going to decay. Look, I want a clean sweep. I want to make sure all the deodorant is in there. I want to defumigate it. I want to make sure when we get our guy, maybe a Kevin Stefanski, because that's the guy I would like. That man has No. Here's why. Hold on. Here's why. I'm going to say it this way.
Go ahead.
The only reason I say Kevin Stefanski, the man's a 2-time coach of the year. Could you imagine him with a quarterback? And because we need somebody to teach a quarterback, for God's sakes. Now, I'll look at Joe Brady. I'm looking at everybody.
Joe Brady would be a good one.
Yeah. I'm looking at everybody, but I'm just saying, I look at Kevin Stefanski and I go, could you imagine if he got a quarterback he wanted? That would be a guy I would take. I'm sorry. And the reason you have to let go of Terry, and I know people don't want to bring that up, he made the trade, and not just that, he and Rich and everybody, because let me describe the Atlanta Falcons, people. They are constipation. They won't let shit out. And if you don't believe me, listen to the radio, because they will talk all around. They don't let you know nothing. But yeah, seriously, I just feel like you have to do something to get this team to wake up. And it's got to be a total top bottom. You just letting go of Robinson was the same as letting go of Lake. So what are we going to do? Look, I wouldn't mind letting go TJ Yates. That man looks like he doesn't know his hole from a butt in the ground. So sorry. You were talking about let him man. You remember his key lines in the quarterback series? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think that was the most popular line he told Kirk Cousins that whole season. I don't know, boss.
Man, look, I'm telling you, it is not going to get better, man. I just hate to say that. I hate to say it.
You know what, though? That's the problem with the Falcons, because you now have a young quarterback that you can really elevate. But, Smitty, what's it about? Development. We're asking Michael Penix to take us to the playoffs, and this is his rookie year. It shouldn't be happening. That's way too much to ask of somebody.
Facts.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. If you're really serious about this, you need to it's not like, oh, well, who should we? No, commit to your quarterback and get you a guy that will teach him. Go get you – you know what? You don't even have to get him as an offense coordinator, but call Tom Moore as a consultant. That man worked with Peyton Manning, and we all know Peyton Manning was a butthole.
Agreed.
But
that's the thing, C-Double. And I tell people this all the time, and people that watch me, they know I said this. If Tom Brady can get a quarterback coach every single offseason to work on his mistakes, what makes you think anybody else is
exactly
doing that? Yeah.
That's what Chris Domino even brought up is the only way the only way that Michael Penix gets better is if he goes out and gets a quarterback coach, gets someone that he can work personally with. And look, I don't have a problem with that.
Josh Allen did it.
Exactly. Look, if you're serious about your craft, you do what you have to. But the organization, if we're going to still be having the same problems if we don't commit, like, okay, Michael's our guy. Let's build around him. Let's get some good coaching. Let's get some guys that's going to get in his face when he messes up, but let's get some guys that could teach him. There is no teaching going on right now. You got Zach,
That,
who can't wait to go to college. You got Raheem trying to show off his ankles again. I mean, there ain't really nothing. And TJ Yates doesn't know anything. I mean, the man just says it on Quarterback Series 2. I guarantee season 3 he'll say the same thing. And meanwhile, you have Baker Mayfield making me look like a prophet when I said, "Hey guys, shouldn't we look at Baker Mayfield?" No, we don't need to know that, man.
I said that 3 years ago and people cussed me out about
I
that.
know, me and you both.
I'm just saying. But C-Dub, man, we got a lot of people in the back room, my guy.
I understand. Appreciate it.
At all time, my guy. Prayers up to you, man, and keep your head up.
All right, man. Thank y'all. I'll be fighting through the depression. I'll be coming back again eventually. So I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay.
All right, peace.
That's my boy C-Dub. I said 2 minutes, but he was cooking. I had to let him cook. He was doing his thing right there. I got to give it to him. But Chris, what's up, my guy?
Sure, ain't nothing up. Hey, man.
Ain't nothing up but the bullshit.
You see what happened today, 34-10 loss. You see it really started happening right off the bat when they came out and was coming out of that 12 personnel, and I was expecting it. We talked about it on the pregame show.
Hey man, look,
like I'm worried about them running with A-Chain, and they used that, and then they used a lot of misdirection. It was another scheme that worked for an experienced offensive coordinator.
They had 3 different backs to run the football today. 3.
I mean, I know, but regardless, it's just like it's all about the scheming and the play calling, and that was coming from Mike McDaniel. And it just like when it comes to offensive coordinator versus offensive coordinator, McDaniel was able to win that, and just the head coaching battle overall. They came out and they used the 49ers game plan really against us, and I knew that they were going to try that. We talked about that. You knew the Dolphins was going to try to dust that off and run the ball, because again, the middle of the defense was going to be, like the soft spot, with JD Bertrand in there. That's why I call him one of my X factors. But of course, what happened today? The Dolphins took advantage of JD Bertrand. It was becoming a point of time where they was singling him out, and wherever he was lined up, they were coming right at him.
Yep, and when Jalen Waddle caught that touchdown pass, they went right behind him.
Well, that's what happened. When
he stepped up, when JD Bertrand stepped up, they threw the ball right behind him. Yeah. So,
but my thing is, that's what happens when you have a running game that can run the ball. You start sucking in the linebackers and start, bringing in people to the bottom. Next thing you can go over top with the play action, and that's exactly what happened, man. It was just ultimately, man, I can't say anything outside. It was just execution. That was what execution was about. The Dolphins came in at 1-6, but they walked in 0-0. Technically, with that mindset.
What else do we need to see from Zach Robinson to see that he's not that guy? I mean, if we seeing it, Arthur Blank seeing it, and I guess he's just gonna let Raheem go down with the ship.
My thing is, bro, if contracts didn't exist, we'll be having a different conversation, because everybody will be trading coordinators and coaches all the time. At the end of the day, guys are still getting paid to do a job, and you got to. And again, bro, I said it at the beginning of the season, the magnifying glass is going to be on Zach Robinson even more. And the thing
on Arthur Blank in a minute, because guess what? The media gonna start calling Arthur Blank in a minute, because they gonna see as an owner, when are you gonna decide that you want this team to take it to the next level? You can't take it to the next level if you still settling for the same old bullshit every single year. I mean, it's not gonna change. But Trinity, my bad, my guy. You got something for me right quick?
Guys, it started at the beginning press conference 2 years ago, or what was it, January or whatever?
Yeah, January before last. Yeah.
It was already a defeatist attitude behind the scenes on this plan of going with 2 quarterbacks, or getting a just in case this happens. Well, I'm gonna draft another guy to be his replacement, or just in case if he's not healed. This is all the same thing. It has started from the beginning. How do you? And I feel really bad for Terry. because Terry, he got his real opportunity to become a GM. He was waiting he was waiting in the wings with the Saints. And he was like, man, I finally got an opportunity and I'm gonna do my best. And both of these coaching staffs, this one with Raheem and the one with Arthur Smith, have let this man down because this dude has got us out of purgatory with cap hell, cap purgatory. He has put solid, whether it's starting players, whether it's trades, whether it's um players that are up and comers. This dude has done every kind of situation to help this team. And these two old and the crazy thing, they're not even old coaches. They're relatively young, vibrant, youthful, and these guys don't have the message like they are. And you're Smitty, you have been Smitty, Chris, y'all been saying ego, and we know it is. And they have been so terrible at mismanagement. And do you know what the cue is from the players? Even though the players love these coaches and they say they're player coaches, why is it after every game when we lose, is like, oh, we are not prepared? That
Nobody
That's
don't
wants
even
to
make
keep
no
hearing
sense.
that, bro.
that,
Listen, my
That
thing.
makes no
I'm
sense.
sorry, Trinity, but my thing is and I just got to be real here. I'm just taking the fandom out of it. No one, as a paying customer, wants to continue to hear you're not prepared.
Yes, after
No,
7 days of practice.
nobody wants to continue. My thing is, you can say that maybe a couple of times. I'll say two. Sometimes you can get away with that, but that
And
would
that's
be
off of
like
a
number.
bad
That
loss.
was right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
but when you're starting to get into 3 and 4 and 5 times,
every
like,
week.
you come on now. Nobody wants to keep hearing that same song.
Like that make if you have coached Little League, and again, I got so much smoke for Michael Penix, and I've said it before. I've came on live when we drafted him. I was like, guys, Michael Penix, just regular quarterback mechanics is not it. And especially for his age. Like the
yeah,
regular fundamentals, and all the Falcons fans be like, oh, nah, he's a gunslinger. I was like, you can be a great arm talent thrower. You see Matthew Stafford, all
Yeah,
all the people that have
yeah,
talented, their mechanics their fundamental mechanics are great. The reason why they're called a gunslinger is because they take risky chances. It's not because of the arm talent. Gunslingers take risky chances that, hey, if it works, great. But when you break it down, the technical aspect, bro, you should have never did that. But you got lucky.
right, right.
Not the action. Michael Penix's throwing mechanics are so terrible. But I'm not gonna get on him this week because he ain't playing. I'll come back next week and call in. We're gonna talk about this week. This boy, and I don't understand how every single time we get an offensive coordinator, they're all some kind of guru. Arthur Smith, oh, he's a running he's a running style guru, and you see that's all because of Derrick Henry. Okay, Zach Robinson, oh, he's been in the wings. He has this he's in the tutelage of Mike McDaniel, of Sean McVay. That, bro, your play design from the beginning. Arthur Smith had the same thing. They have the worst playing design I have ever seen in my life. I didn't even get to the play calling aspect of coaching.
Yeah, he got
I'm talking about you.
Zach Robinson can't. Zach Robinson can't draw a goddamn straight line from one side of the notebook paper to the other.
No, it's terrible. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Smitty. This is
All right, go
one
ahead.
thing I get frustrated when people talk about, oh, it's pistol. Guys, if you have the right personnel to run a pistol offense works. It don't matter when it's for little league, high school, college. If you have the right personnel, we don't have the right personnel to run the pistol how it's supposed to be ran. Like the pistol, like Michael Penix needs to be an athletic quarterback that isn't gun shy of running. You get what I'm saying? But he is, so it's not gonna work. Bijan, we have the players to run a lot of different offenses, but if you are such bad of a play caller in your play design, it don't matter who you got. Like
Right,
it's crazy to me how everybody has hyped up Bijan, which is rightfully so. And how do you only get this man 10, 15 carries? How do you, And this is one kind of thing I don't want to say it's collusion, in which I would have never thought
Hey, I
from
don't
Arthur
want to cut
Blank.
you off. I
Oh,
want
I'm
to cut
sorry.
you off. One more point, because we still got people in the back.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
wrap it up.
Last thing. I want to lead us here. Hey, y'all. I don't want to say it's a collusion in the front office, and I hope Terry's not doing this, but they are tanking Tyler Algier stock because it makes no sense. Again, we have this potent running these two great guys, and we can't
Right.
give them the ball. That makes no sense. And I know Tyler Algier is a
But
free
the,
agent.
but the thing is, when you can't draw up offensive pass plays effectively, that makes you one dimensional. And once you get one dimensional, it's hard to come out of that during that game. So you will have to draw
Yeah,
up
yeah.
better plays during the week. And until he draw up better plays, better scheming, we're gonna
It's
be
too
looking
late
at
for that,
the same
Smitty.
thing.
Bro,
It's too
yeah,
late for that, y'all.
we're past that, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you. This we're almost halfway through the season.
Oh,
Come on now.
one last thing I wanted to say, and now I'll leave.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
This
okay.
team, this regime reminds me of, I think we're a Florida Gators of the NFL. And I will leave that there.
Hmm.
Like we are a legacy, I mean not a legacy franchise. We got the talent, but our poor coaching hires has tanked our franchise. All right, love y'all. Peace. I'll be in the chat. I appreciate y'all,
Appreciate you, my
brothers.
guy. No
Appreciate you.
doubt. I mean, these lab
Yeah,
people be
man.
cooking, man. You know what I need to do, Chris? I need to stitch together a video where they giving their appointment about the Falcon fan pissed off at what's going on. I think
Hey,
that'll be
man.
I think that'll be a good one, man.
It's
Because I mean they cook.
it's yeah, they definitely cooking, man. It just I hate it, man. It's just this right here, man, is so embarrassing because you think about it and it remind me of the Panthers game, man, so much and so many different fans. Just different fashion, just but same results.
Right.
And it's crazy that we gave up 64 points between those two games
I
and
got you
only
coming
was
on
able
coach.
was
Hold on.
and was only able to muster 10 points. Two different
Bro,
quarterbacks,
bro,
same
tell
skill. Hold on, I'm saying two different quarterbacks.
yeah.
So for those who are talking about, oh, where's Michael Penix? Well, it's two different quarterbacks, but one thing remains the same: the offensive
Play calling.
scheme. I
Yeah.
think this offensive scheme is more so catered to what the actual coordinator wants to do, and not to any particular quarterback. To be honest,
Yeah.
and one thing that's in common is in both of those losses is the offense struggled mightily.
Facts.
The defense can only do so much, and then the defense was injured too. And what did an experienced offensive coordinator do? Schemed and made sure that whatever sore thumb stuck out, he hit it every time.
And look at what Mike McDaniel did this game.
That's what
Penix,
I'm saying. He hit
Penix,
the sore thumb. JD
Penix,
Bertrand every time.
Penix threw 4 interceptions last week, I think. And this week he didn't throw now. He threw what 4 touchdowns, a little bit over 200 yards of passing. I mean, it's not the defense; it's the coaching. The defense come to play every week, but it's only so much they can do. You got to find balance. You got to
Yeah.
find, be able to run the football, control the clock in order for the defense to stay strong. We just
You
can't,
burn your defense out when you don't be able to execute on the other side of the ball. I don't care how great, I don't care what the names are on the back of the jersey. You're going to start having guys burn out. You're going to start having little injuries here and there because guys are playing more snaps than what they would usually do because the offense is sputtering.
right.
So and you lost Jesse Bates with an ankle injury this game. Don't know the extent of that.
Agreed. Jerome, what's up, my guy?
Hey,
Talk
what's
to
up,
me
bro?
right quick. Talk
How
to me
y'all
right
doing?
quick. All
Pretty
right.
good, man. I
Hey
want to
man,
give
everything's lovely.
pretty good. I want to give y'all a perspective of a season ticket holder and what I'm seeing from the game, the body language from the players. And I'm telling y'all, man, these guys they don't believe in what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you why that is. The
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I've
problem,
been saying that, bro. Go ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, and the issue that I have, and I agree with what everybody is saying, the Falcons' problem, man, with these last coaching hires is we've always looking for this impressive, hey, what's your lineage? Where did you come from? Yeah, Zach
Right.
Robinson, you may have had the Rams playbook, but you aren't Sean McVay. Same thing with Arthur Smith. You came from Tennessee, but you didn't bring that offensive line. You didn't bring King Henry with you. Well, our biggest mistake was when after the Super Bowl, after 28-6, when we let the guy that's in Green Bay now get away, when we let McDaniel get away, all these people, these were key cognizant coaches that knew Shanahan's playbook hand in hand. What disappointed me is every coach I just named, including Raheem Morris and Jeff Ulbrich, y'all all was on the same team in 2016. So you mean to tell me y'all let for 2 weeks in a row the same game plan beat you? Raheem, you was on the offensive side of the ball when Shanahan was here. You was the wide receiver coach, so you know how he thinks. You know the things that make the offense tick. Case in point, when you look at a great Ulbrich defense, when you look at a Robert Saleh defense, that middle linebacker is the X factor of the defense. So look at San Francisco when Wagner got hurt, right? You haven't seen the same defense. Look at our defense when Diablo got hurt. You have not seen the same. And as you alluded to, J.D. Bertrand, man, I'm looking at it from the stands. They are pointing this guy. I mean, Miami receivers was breaking the auto, pointing at him. I've never seen that in a long time.
Bro.
They were breaking the huddle, pointing at this guy.
Mr. Woods, don't that remind you of that time where people were singling out Richie Grant, that Cardinals game where Trey McBride was singling out Richie Grant? They were doing the same thing in that particular game. And even after the end of the game, Trey McBride said, I just talked to my quarterback and said, match me up against him. I'm taking him down.
When Trey McBride passes away, hopefully in his 70s or 80s or 90s, in his eulogy, he needs to put Richie Grant in there because that's who got him paid. He made the McBride family rich for generations. So thank you, Richie Grant. But the point that I want to make, fellas, is just that whenever Arthur Blank, and another thing, somebody early was shaming Mr. Blank. Smitty, me and you got to know this. We from Atlanta. We born and raised. I know we the same age. And I'm going to tell a quick story, and I'll let y'all have it. Did your parents ever tell y'all that story when they first built Fulton County Stadium that a lady cursed the Falcons and said, y'all ain't going to win them because they tore down?
Yeah, I've heard this story 1,000 times. Yeah.
Same here.
We from that same thing. So when Blank bought the team, he did the right thing. He said, I'm going to pay this church money more than y'all have ever made. I'm going to do it the right way so we can both mutually agree. I can build this stadium. You going to build you a greater church. Mr. Blank, not the problem, y'all. For the people in the chats, me and Smitty, we lived through Rankin Smith. Go listen to some of the stories from
the only reason why I would say Blank is part of the problem, he needs to learn to be uncomfortable, man. Even with business. When business is down, you got to retool and refocus and find other ways to do things. And like I said, if you find a coach like a Mike Vrabel, somebody who's a no-nonsense guy, who's going to do things this way, he's a championship caliber coach because he won Super Bowl rings as a player. He had a very good start to his coaching in Tennessee, but the front office messed that up too. And now in New England, I think they're 6-2, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody put in the chat.
Yep, they are 6-2. 6-2, New England Patriots.
And guess what? The reason why I pulled this too, he's doing it with a second-year quarterback.
Yep. Right. Second-year quarterback. And let's also add this. You look at their offense, you look at the names, bro. They you almost don't even recognize those names outside of Stephon Diggs.
You don't.
Right.
Outside of Stephon Diggs, name me somebody on that offense.
Ramondre Stevenson, who's been there, but after that.
But he's splitting carries. But he's splitting. That's what I'm saying. He's splitting carries. He's not even the number one back anymore. They're splitting carries up there with different guys.
True. But to your point, Smith, and I'll go on and let somebody else get on. The reason that Vrabel is doing what he's doing because it means something to him to be the New England Patriot because he has a lineage with him. That's why, honestly, I wanted the guy that Seattle hired, the McDonald guy.
Hey, that was me too.
I did too.
Yeah,
definitely one of my candidates.
And it would have meant something for him to be here, man. Y'all take care, man. Hopefully, the later weeks will come, but I'm just not confident in this team and this coaching staff anymore, man. Y'all have a good one, bro.
That's reasonable.
Hey, appreciate you, Jerome.
Thank you. And that's a season ticket holder too, so it's not just I mean, we all pay our money into this team, but just season ticket holder.
We already know our sister sell her tickets.
Man,
she gonna make some money out of them things because it ain't gonna get no better. I hate to
True,
say that as a
true.
Falcons fan, but I'll be real about it because one thing about me, I've been a fan since the 80s and 90s. Just like Jerome said, I've seen worse. And when I saw this game today and that Carolina game, that looked like the late 1980 Falcons. That did not look like 2025 Falcons. So look, coaching is
It was
everything, man.
sad.
And think about it too. When we went to the Super Bowl, what did we have that we hadn't had before? Coaches with no nonsense and Dan Reeves. Dan Reeves was a Super Bowl caliber coach. Came in with a run game, implemented and stuck with it to the end. Dan Quinn, even though his last couple of years weren't that great, but when he had the talent those first 2 years, or those first 3 years,
First three, yeah. I say the
he,
first
implement,
three.
he implemented what he wanted. He stuck to it, and he really didn't, care who gave a damn about it. So that's the type of thing that we need, and that's why I'm glad he said that. The Seattle Seahawks coach, I know he came from Baltimore, who had a
Mhm.
championship degree, and you knew exactly what you were going to get out of him. So
Right.
look,
It's
I'm
just
telling you,
again like if we're gonna pick guys and we're gonna look for pedigree instead of looking for the familiar face, you know what I'm saying? I just believe that we should have went after either McDaniel, Harbaugh, somebody try to pull
but
Joe Brady.
see,
It
Chris,
should have been one of those guys, man.
the problem was, and this is why I keep emphasizing, the front office is the reason why we did not hire those guys
I
because
mean, yeah, we know that.
those guys want to build a team their way because they know how. But the
Right.
front office want to build what they want to build and expect a coach to coach it. It don't work like that.
Well, I will say this though. You think about it, if that happens, you probably wouldn't have had Terry Fontenot here to even draft the players that we just recently drafted.
That's a good
So that's
point. Good point. Good
yeah,
point.
that he wouldn't have been there to do that. Now I'm not saying we wouldn't have gotten similar players or anything, but you hate it because what I'm saying Terry went to the. We talked about it all off season. He went and got the groceries. The guys, so the coaches, they had to, so be able to get in the kitchen and be able to cook well. Right now, we are not cooking well, and to the point that if this continues going into a downward spiral, Terry Fontenot could be a casualty of war.
Yeah, and I've said that God knows how many times. Tony, talk to us right quick, man. Let us know what you're thinking.
Fellas, what's going on, man? Love your show, Smith A1. Appreciate y'all boys bringing me on, man. Appreciate it.
Sorry for the wait,
Appreciate
my
you
brother.
joining me, yeah.
It's all good, man. I know you got a lot of people want to talk, man. I'm gonna offer a little bit of optimism, and I think we all guilty of this. I'm guilty of this. Hell, even the players guilty of this. You got to take time to really soak in the moment before you speak. On the game, and they got like a cool down period when players are supposed to have before they talk to the media. We
Right.
3-4. We 3-4 right now.
hmm
We got about 9-10 games left. 10 games left. We had our bye already. Everything we want is still in front of us. Now, was this a bad loss? Yes, it was a bad loss. JD Bertrand, I like him, man. He was in on a lot of plays. He just don't fit our defensive scheme. He don't got the speed.
Agreed.
2 weeks in a row, he's getting targeted. Like that play Jalen Water hit on that fourth down. I mean, what are you looking at? Like he got each time the Dolphins scored, Bertrand was in coverage, either on A-Chain or Waddle or Washington. All three of those plays, Bertrand was there. So
Yep.
I would say maybe 2 of those touchdowns that Miami got, if Diablo was in there, they probably wouldn't have got because he's such a better athlete. So we got to,
Yeah.
if I was Atlanta, I would look at maybe getting a linebacker in here, because this linebacker by committee, that shit that Brick was talking about, nah, bro, it's not working. It ain't. We cannot continue to go out there like that. But I just want to just put some optimism out there, man. It's tough.
That's a great point,
Oh, that's a great
Tony.
point
And
now.
you got to
It's
think
it's
too, the way
go ahead.
they use Caden Ellis and he ain't got nobody to back him up. That just wearing him thin. Because sometimes you want him to rush the pass, and sometimes you want him to be a middle linebacker. You got to make up your
Gotta
mind.
make it mine.
And
Yep.
and two, you got to think that Jalen Walker is out. That's another big hit. So
Mhm.
when you
Billy
have
Bowman's still out.
right, so when you have players, versatile players out that you usually use all the way around the field, that makes a difference. So if JD Bertrand cannot cover, guess what? That's who they're going to attack. Why? Because they know he's the weak
Why
link.
not?
Just like Chris said, he's the weak link.
The
So
weakest link, man.
when Jalen Walker comes
He's
back
just not that
and,
athlete. Just
and
like
Divine
Tony
Diablo
said.
comes back, it might change. But hey, who knows?
Yeah,
But
he
telling
he
you,
don't
man,
have
we
he
know
don't have the athleticism, man. He just don't.
no,
And
he don't have the athleticism. He doesn't have the height nor the size. He's mixing. It's not just one thing,
yeah,
you know.
he
So
he also whiffs on a lot of tackles. He the point of
yeah,
attack is not strong.
he
You know
chooses the
that.
wrong gap.
Yep.
Sometimes
And
he gets pinned out by the block. You know, he gets completely wiped out. He gets completely wiped out of plays sometimes, like completely.
yeah, I think that we just gotta ain't no excuse. I don't give a damn who ain't playing. The Dolphins ain't 30 points better than us. Even if they had Tyreek Hill, I wouldn't give a damn. We shouldn't lose like that at home, man. You go out
nope.
there and you play a team like Buffalo and you put up that type of performance. And now the San Fran game, honestly, man, I'm not really mad at that game. I'm more mad at this one, but I don't know, man. It's they got to go back to the drawing board, but I don't want to give up on the season. I will say that we took a double whammy on this one because Kirk didn't look good at all, man. Especially going through the progression, deep balls, a couple comeback balls. It's almost as if he didn't lost it all the way, man. So I
Bro,
mean,
he hasn't played
In
competitive
almost a year.
football
Yeah, almost a year.
since the Saints game, since the second time Saints game last year. Because that's when he supposedly got that shoulder injury, right? And that's when we
yeah,
were 6-3, right? So think
yeah,
about it. Kirk Cousins has been on the shelf. Yeah, his body might have been on the field, but Kirk Cousins has been on the shelf since the Saints game last year. That's a long time of no high level football.
Right.
hopefully we
But
get Drake back next week. We get Walker back. We get Bowman back, and then we go. If we go out there against New England, good team. It's almost as if when Falcons are favored to win, they shit the bed, and then when they favored to lose, they win. So
yeah,
we gonna be favored to lose against
I'm gonna go ahead
New
and
England.
keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. That New England game is not gonna be easy in no form or fashion. First
no.
of all,
No,
we're not at home. Let's go ahead and address that elephant in the room. We're going
yeah,
to
And
New England at this time of the year. They're 6-2. Falcon fans who are going to that New England game, get ready. You're gonna have to really be able to let things roll down your back because the 28-3 stuff is gonna be out there. Those Patriot fans are gonna be really alley like. So so just get ready for it. And then that environment already beforehand was already kind of hostile, even when they wasn't winning. They're back winning again. Okay,
yeah.
get ready.
Yeah, they're
You got
really good. They're really well coached. They
both
they
of
they
your
got a
fans.
whole lot of they got a lot of high effort guys. They ain't got no stars. Nobody
Exactly.
scares you on their team. They ain't got nobody. You
Mm-mm.
can't even name two wide
Can't name
receivers
it.
on their team besides Diggs and Drake May. You can't name another skill position player on that team. Now we probably can because we football
Yeah,
fans, but the
yeah, yeah,
average
yeah,
football
yeah,
fan can't.
right.
yeah, yeah.
So that's gonna
But
be a tough one,
that's a
man.
good thing though, because that lets you know the coach doing their job.
Right,
So
Yeah,
right.
Raheem. I tell you what, man. We got 3 wins. We got. It's gonna be tough, man. You're gonna have to get to the playoffs. I say if we don't get to the playoffs, then you got to replace them. That's just how I feel. You got to
yeah,
replace them, man. And
got to.
and I don't know who you're gonna. I don't know, Mike McCarthy. You need to get somebody in here that's an offensive guru because the defense is straight. Get somebody in here that's an offensive guru that can work with Penix, work on his mechanics, work on the timing. That's what we need. And right now, we ain't got that.
But
That's bottom line.
the only thing that I would say to that, and I've been stressing it to whoever I run across that told me that you got to think about a new head coach. What would happen? You get a new head coach, just like when Raheem got hired. They're gonna want their guys, and
Right.
if they want their guys, Jeff Ulbrich might be gone because guess what? When Raheem got hired, I said, why the hell he didn't keep Ryan
Ryan
Neal?
Nielsen. Yeah, Ryan
Yeah.
Nielsen.
I
He
like
So
Ryan
wanted
Nielsen.
because he already knew that he was going to bring in and try to start his coaches tree. He knew he was going to bring in Jimmy Lake, and he knew he was going to bring in Zach Robinson because my whole thing was I was thinking, okay, well, if we go get experience on both sides, you got,
Right.
a guy who's being, a head coach, but he's using outside help like experienced guys to help him lead this team to where it needs to go. But
Right.
week after week, and this is just going forward, you just got to think about it. I hate that experience does matter and experience will outweigh talent. I hate it's like that, but it's the truth, y'all, because think about it. We're going up against, the Patriots next. Then you got the Colts. The Panthers are coming right back at you. You know what I'm saying? You are going to have to see Sean McVay this year. Like,
Yep.
it's a few. My point is, you're going against guys mostly who have been doing it for a while. You're going against experience. You're going against guys who are going to look at that film defensively and offensively and be like, okay, this is how we attack their defense. Okay, this is how we stop their offense. But John Robinson now has been stopped for back-to-back games
True
because
story.
the defenses and the defensive coordinators are looking and seeing what the Falcons are doing, and we're saying we're going to stop that, and they're going to have to show us that they're competent enough as an offense to drive the ball down the field with their wide receiver weapons, not just their running backs.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave y'all on this, man, because I know y'all got other people want to get in. This is the second week in a row that Wilkerson has struggled at that tackle position, and I don't know what's going on. But
Coaching?
that's the second week in a row.
Mr. Tony.
Yeah.
Mr. Tony, let me answer your question for you. My thing is, first of all, this guy is a better guard than he is tackle. That's one. Two, guys are backups for a reason. Three,
True.
experience. Dang it, I hate I'm hammering this home. Experienced coordinators will eventually look at what you're doing and scheme against it. They will find the weak spots, find the weak points, and attack.
Yeah. Chop Robinson, Chubb, them boys was hunting. They really didn't hit Cousins a whole lot of times. They affected the pocket. He couldn't go through his reads. I got to give Dolphins credit, man. They came out, they were desperate. You could tell. Look, watch the body language of the defense and the team, the players.
Maybe the Falcons play like they ain't got nothing to lose. Maybe they'll win some damn football games.
You damn right, man. And it's rough for us as fans, man, because we support this team. I went to the Carolina game. I left early. I live in Chesapeake, Virginia. I drove 4 or 5 hours to go to that game. Man, I left in the third. I left in the fourth quarter. I left in the third quarter. I went to that Buffalo Bills game. I was gonna go to that damn New England game, but I'm not going to that game, man. It's just it's rough, man. But we love him, man. We're gonna stick by him. Hey, man, we got the Colts and the Patriots. Next 2 games, can we win both of those games? I don't know. We'll see, man. And then we before we get back into divisional play, you see the Panthers got their ass drugged today, so we'll see. And hopefully the Saints lose. Hopefully the Bucks lose. So that's how we think. Once we lose, we want everybody in the NFC South to lose.
But the Saints, they trying to hold up, but Baker Mayfield gonna bust through in the end. I already see it. He's 73 in the third quarter. So
man. Appreciate y'all boys, man. I love y'all show, man. I always watch y'all show, man. I want to do my own podcast, honestly, man. So Smitty, I'm gonna talk to you offline about that. Shoot you an email, get some pointers.
Oh yeah.
A1, I seen you. I'm gonna leave y'all on this. A1, I seen you at training camp. I knew it was you, but it was so much pandemonium down there at the bottom of the hill that I couldn't really talk to you. But it was that practice that Kyle Pitts, man. He looked so fast. I said, they don't Pitts look fast this year. Yeah, man. It was one of the practices, man. And I seen you down there, man. So shout out to y'all boys, man. I'm gonna keep on watching in the chat.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate your family.
So our boy Tony, man, always coming through, man. We appreciate it. He was spitting facts, man. You want to have optimism. Don't get me wrong. You want to have optimism.
You got to have it in there somewhere.
But when you've seen the same old record playing over and over, you just really know what the song gonna be.
Exactly. You thinking the words.
Right.
You thinking the words.
Let's get these super chats out of the way, man. My boy Eric Rogers, thank you for another donation, my brother. Appreciate it. He said, I'm from Atlanta. I live in Boston. I've been up here 5 years. All I hear is 28-3. Zach Robinson trash.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what you're going to see, hear, and feel next week when we're in New England.
Oh, I guarantee you're gonna hear about some fights up there. Trust me.
Man.
Mike Breeder say, appreciate the donation, my brother. He said Tony Tone set the tone. He definitely set the tone, man.
Yes. Hey man, honestly, you think about it, man. The last, I think, 4 people really just was really cooking. You know, so that's why we had to go a little longer.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get us some spotlight, man, because they've been doing their thing this show. I'm gonna stitch together a little. I might do it tonight. Stitch together, some comments because C Dub was cooking, Ron was cooking.
C Dub,
everybody,
man.
Because
we see it, family. Like, man, Falcons fan, we are in this together, y'all. We see the same things that's going on out there on this field, and it's week in and week out. And my thing is, we're like halfway through the season just about now. Like by the time the Colts game, by the time November 4th hits, you know what I'm saying? Like we're halfway through the season, man. And right now, bro, we cannot afford to be by the time that we see the Panthers again to be 3-6. I'm just saying, like the season will be over by then.
If we 3-6, we busting this thing down again. I hate to say that.
It'll be over. Like there'll be no coming back at all.
It's too many contracts on the books. So if it's too many contracts on the books, guess what? Somebody got to go. It could be Jesse Bates, could be anybody.
And I hate that because like I said, you just lost him to an ankle injury. You right now, the Falcons right now, also the bye week, it was so crazy because we needed that bye week, but also we know that it's a marathon the entire rest of the way. And if this team isn't balanced, you're going to have one side. It's just like compensating. Like when you have a twisted ankle, you're trying to keep the pressure off of that ankle, so you're putting more pressure on the other side, which ultimately ends up stressing out that side. And that's what's happening with the defense. We're putting so much on the defense that is stressing out to the point to where eventually you're going to start losing players. The defense is going to start dropping off because, they're playing more snaps than what the offense can provide on the other side for the spark. The time of possession was absolutely crazy today. As far as like just after the first half, we only had it 10 minutes compared to 20 minutes for the Dolphins.
They had like 30-something minutes today. Over half the damn game.
Well, over half. Yeah, it was well over 30. It was well over 30 minutes. Yeah, exactly. And this game was over, honestly, in the third quarter because you saw it with the body language of the players. They knew they wasn't coming back.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mikey, thank you for another donation, my brother. He said, so talented, made us predictable, just lazy ass scheming. I agree with that too.
Man, oh gosh, bro.
Coach, talk to us right quick.
Coach, what's happening, man?
What's up, fellas? Thank you, Smitty. People that can hear my voice, make sure you hit that like button. There's a lot of people in here, not the same amount of likes. So hit the like button for the good brother, Smitty.
Thank you.
Fellas, I did something today that I have never done in the damn near 40 years I've been a Falcons fan. Not one time have I ever done this, and that was turn the game off. The Super Bowl, I watched the first 3 quarters, but live, I've never turned anything off, which made me get to thinking. As with sports, as with a job, if your supervisor or boss is butt cheeks, then everything under them gonna be butt cheeks as well. That goes for Raheem. I have said this since last year, and people have always told me, well, that's just not him. That's just not him. Everybody's not like that. But when you're lackadaisical, have a I don't give a damn attitude. Sorry for cussing, bro. I don't know if I can cuss on your show. Don't give a crap attitude. You don't care. No sense of urgency. Your players are gonna be like that. And everything I seen on the field today was just that. Like if you seen once B. John dropped the fumble, I mean, he just looked in his face. He looked dejected. He looked like, man, I don't care. Like, I mean, he was just sitting on the bench, just staring. Like, I don't care. Like, no coaches is talking to him. Nobody is doing anything. Everything rolls downhill. For all those who giving Kirk smoke, though, one thing I will say about Kirk is was the only person I've ever seen since he's been on the field meeting with the OC. He even jumped in his backside. They were arguing on the sideline. Like I want to see that. Where is the fire in this team? And it for it really pisses me off, that we as Falcon fans keep paying and paying and paying for this franchise. Some of us pay by season tickets. Some of us pay by buying merchandise. All of us pay by giving sweat equity, watching this team where we could be doing other things with our life.
Right.
And if you don't, and when you don't fix this, and it's the same thing continuously, time and time again, that is a big middle finger to the people who are buying your product. You're telling us you don't give a damn what we think, what we got to say, any of that. And to me, that is just it's a slap in the face. It really is. Um, I think that you know yeah, they got to be fired, but we need to fire ourselves. Maybe if we put pressure on AB, by taking money out his pocket, he'll finally stand up. See, the problem with AB is he's a good man. I truly believe he's a good man. I used to work for Home Depot. I know how he treats his employees. That man is a good man. But at some point, you have to take the reins of the of the horse that you own. You cannot continue to be a well, we hire by committee. We hire by committee. You wanted Bill Belichick. The committee didn't want Bill Belichick, so you hire Raheem Morris. At some point, AB, you got to take the reins and say, you know what? It ain't been working with this committee thing. Let me do this, because the buck stops with me at the end of the day, and I owe it to the people that buy my product that are not happy with my product. If we go to a store right now and buy a product and get home and that product is defective, it's broke, it don't work, it don't meet our needs, first thing we're going to do is return that product, and we're going to be pissed off because we got to return that product. Sports is the only thing on earth that you pay into and you get nothing in return, because we love this team. But it's just crazy to me, absolutely crazy to me, that we're going through this time and time again. And in my lifetime, unless I'm wrong, fellas, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't think of a single proven head coach. And I've been a fan like you, Smitty, since the 80s. I became a fan because Deion Sanders was drafted here. So 89, I believe that was 89. I've been a fan. We have not had a single proven head coach, at least in the Arthur Blank era, not one. We keep getting new coaches, retreads, who just don't do what's best for this team. Now, this team is extremely young. I expected, I wouldn't say games like this, but I expected us to get our teeth kicked in a couple times. Because
let me be honest with you, Coach. Yeah, I agree with that to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But 49ers had young players last week, and they still came out to coach development.
Right. But the difference is, though, they have what will be a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, and the committee's still out on if the head coach would be Hall of Fame. But they're coached very well. That's the difference. They are extremely coached well.
Experience, man. Experience matters.
Yeah, you're right, and we are not. And what kind of annoys me, and I'm never one to tell people how to fan. I think people can fan however they want to fan. If you want to crash out, crash out. If you want to be optimistic, be optimistic. But to tell me, who I have been a fan since the 80s, to tell me, oh man, you're giving up on your team, just have patience. I'm tired of having patience. When is my investment going to yield a return? Like, I don't even need to win of course I want to win the Super Bowl, but what I want is a competent product on the field. Like
Yeah, and that
you,
start
Smith.
with the front office.
Right.
Right.
With the
I,
front
I
office.
remember the days of just being absolute garbage. Like you never expected to win. But once
Right.
Vic got here, and then definitely once Matt Ryan got here, we had a good 10, 15 years of a winning culture, and then so
Yeah.
why
Reaching the
why we
playoffs and stuff like that.
right, why are we going in reverse? That's not what I want to see as a person that is paying for this product. Like I don't want to see us going in
Yeah,
reverse.
the game in the front office, all that about adjustments. Every game that you game plan for, you got to be ready for adjustments. You saw it, the Buffalo game. If Buffalo kept doing what they were doing in the second half, we probably lose that game because the first drive of the second half, they adjusted and came and drove right down the field. But
A-
you know, they don't stick to
Absolutely.
this. They don't. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And I was one of those people who said, I wasn't quite sure. I said, I don't know if it's Penix or if it's Zach. I said, but I'm going to ride with Kirk. I think Kirk, I made a prediction. I was like, Kirk going to throw for 250. We're going to get 40 points because what I thought was the problem was I thought that, because Penix's lack of touch and him only like to throw basically bullets, that was the reason we didn't go in the middle of the field, because if you bullet a pass in the middle of the field and it hit somebody's play, hit anything, that's going to really fly up and it's going to be an INT. So I thought just maybe that is why they stay away from throwing in the middle of the field. Nope. You put Kirk Cousins in, still don't go in the middle of the field. You only do sideline passes, screen passes, dumbass passes. Like it is asinine to me that you
Because,
keep
coach,
continuing to do the same thing.
Coach, I said it earlier. I said this offense is schemed to the offensive coordinator's liking, not any particular quarterback, to maximize any strengths.
Yeah, and that's great. Like, how are you a head coach and you don't see that? We are, in the eyes of the NFL. I don't mean personally. In the eyes of the NFL, we're nothing. We're nobodies, But so if we as nobodies who don't get paid to do this, who don't study this, who don't have a history of doing this, if we can see it, how in the world can you explain to me that your head coach you're paying millions of dollars don't see this? How is your offensive coordinator who can pay millions of dollars that don't see this? This is where I say the middle finger to the fans come in. Like, you cannot continue to put this product out there like this and just give us these BS press conferences where Raheem says a whole bunch of nothing, and it really annoys me that he even talking. Dude, just shut up. Don't hold another press conference. Just say I'm butt cheeks and walk off. Like, I'm tired of the smiling. I'm tired of the chewing of the gum. It's just never stopping. The one thing I will say about Smith is at least Smith was trash because he literally was shopping with food stamps. Like he ain't have no money. He didn't have nothing. And Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ritter, and I forgot the other guy's name, Taylor Heineke. Like he had nothing on this team. Raheem, you have a superstar team and you still putting this product out. But again, I said that players are a direct reflection of the coaches. If the coach don't give a damn, the players don't give a damn. And you have this. Last thing I'm gonna say, fellas, we have the Patriots, then we have the Colts, then we have the Panthers, then we have the Aints. That is our next 4 games. Okay, we can even when we have a superstar team, superstar coach. The Aints is always a 50-50 game. You never know. No matter what each team got, that is always a 50-50 game. So you can't because they're trash right now. You can't even count that as a win. The Panthers playing good ball. The Patriots and the Colts, I mean, they putting Drake May in MVP conversations. Like, they're both playing great. We can literally be 3-11 in the next 4 weeks, like very, very easily. Man,
We
this is crazy.
easily end
This
up
is crazy.
3-8.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be
Say
like
that
yeah,
again.
about 3-8.
Yeah, we can easily
Oh,
end up
okay.
being 3-8 the way they play. But
Right.
Coach, we
Yeah,
appreciate you coming through, my brother.
thank you, man, and thank you for having me as always. And fellas, remember hit that like button for the guy.
No
Thank you.
doubt. Larry, what's up, my guy?
Larry,
Turn
welcome
your
back,
mic.
my good man. Yeah,
What's going on, guys?
Man, you already know what's going on.
I appreciate y'all letting me come on the platform, man. Like Coach said, like everybody say, man, hit the dang on like button. It's the lifeblood of all our strength to help us get in the algorithm, helps us grow. This game was debacle, and it was a reflection of piss poor planning by our team. For everyone that said and agreed with Zach Robinson and said there's nothing wrong with the scheme, there's more. It's more about execution. You want to sit here and blame Michael Penix. Yeah, we know that he had flaws, but ultimately the scheme that we're running, and the funny thing is McDaniel ran pistol today. He showed Zach Robinson how to run it.
He did run some
which
pistol.
is oddly funny, you know what I'm saying? But and he didn't try to run at it completely throughout the entire. He sprinkled it in there. Now, things that I saw in the game. Kirk Cousins was under center 4 times this game. No, excuse me, 4 times when he was calling plays. Because that last drive, I truly believe that Kirk Cousins was calling the plays itself. That was after the blow up when Kirk Cousins was dog cussing Zach Robinson on the
Yeah,
field.
that was something that was much needed.
Yep.
Second of all, that's the first time I ever seen Zach Robinson go over to the bench, get the Microsoft Surface, and talk with his quarterback. If you guys ever seen me on my streams, I've been begging for Zach Robinson to do that ever since he came down. Nope. The only interaction he had with Michael Penix is tap him on the head when he walked by, say, good job, bad job, whatever he says to him. He never goes over there and dissect the play with him on the sideline where I crashed out, I jumped up.
It's always DJ Williams. It's always DJ Williams.
Exactly. It's always DJ. I never seen him sitting there interacting with interacting with Michael Penix like he did with Kirk Cousins. There is a serious disconnect between this coaching staff, Zach Robinson, and our future franchise quarterback. That is unacceptable. I'm glad he did it this game, but it made me even madder that he has never done it this season. Trash. When I look at this and I'm looking at the situation, everyone said, well, it's Michael Penix's fault because he don't look or have no vision in the middle of the field. We don't run plays in the middle of the field. Did you see what Tua did when they knew we were gonna blitz and he sent that short slant and he took it for 30 yards for a touchdown? We don't do that. Mm-hmm. We don't do that. We do outs and curls. Outs and curls, and players are running in the same vicinity. So one player can guard 2. It's very interesting. If you guys listen to Kirk Cousins' press conference, he said right now preparing, we got to learn how to stack plays. You know what I'm saying? We just can't run a play, then run this play. He specifically said we need to learn how to stack plays. That is a direct shot at Zach Robinson, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
That's not trying to stack wins. He said we need to stack plays. For those that don't know what we're talking about, stack plays mean if I do this play now, I can go back to a similar look and do it in another way, either off play action or passing to fool you to think we're going this way, but we really go that way. We don't stack plays. We're just doing, in the words of the great Big Low Country, look what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's true though, Larry. I mean, you think about it. It'd be things that, and we've talked about it here, and I'm pretty sure you've talked about it as well. You'll see a play, you'll see things that work, and then we'll go completely away from it, and you won't see it again.
Yeah. For
So-
Bijan Robinson to have 9 carries, 3 catches, total touches 12 in a game, it's criminal. Criminal.
That right there should be enough to get fired.
That's a fireable offense. You're sitting there, Raheem Morris, chewing gum, calling Bijan the best player in football, and he had 9 touches at a running back, 12 in total in the game. Again, guys, the offensive line, I've seen people say the offensive line is bad. We had a top 7 offensive line last year. They're not bad. Our offense is too predictable. Zach Robinson came out in a press conference and said, it's not about trying to trick anyone. It's about execution. Well,
Right.
sir, you obviously didn't learn anything from McVay, because one thing McVay does, he disguises his thing and he make you think it's one thing and it's another. He knows how to stack plays. You do not. All you're doing is pressing triangle, left and right, flipping plays, and it's not working. It's like a 6-year-old playing Madden on rookie mode. Like it is
spamming. He's spamming.
This is malpractice in the worst degree. I wonder who Raheem's gonna fire next. Is he gonna fire the running back coach because Bijan only got 9 carries? What? Because shout out to 330, man. 330 was at the game. He was giving me updates about Arthur Blank on the sideline. Arthur Blank was vividly talking with Rich McKay on the sidelines.
But didn't I tell you he's still around somewhere? I knew
man, Smitty, you know me and you, we talk about that all the time. But
So yeah, for those that thought that Rich McKay wasn't a part of this, think again. And they're sitting there talking about it on the sidelines, and Arthur Blank was talking vividly with hand motions, and he said he's never seen that out of him since he's been a season ticket holder. So that's a little scoop on how upset Arthur Blank was when you see the entire dome empty out at the tail end of the third quarter after they scored that other touchdown.
Oh yeah, that was it.
The game was over.
Yeah, the game was that was the chunk and deuces. Now, for everyone that really want to talk about execution, and you can't keep running the same plays like this Tecmo Bowl. Or Super Tecmo Bowl, excuse me. We got 8 plays instead of 4. Right. You can't keep running plays like that, because regardless on how good your players are, if the other team is studying your tendencies and your plays, they know how to blow it up. They know how to stop. They know what you're going to do. If Charlie Warner goes across the formation, 9 times out of 10, it's a run and it's a counter tray. He's going to try to get a crackback block. Offensive line go this way. Charlie Warner come back this way. Bijan gets a cutback. Okay. You're doing that out of the pistol, so players have enough time to see it before you get to the line of scrimmage and adjust to blow up the play. Okay. The fact that you did 4 or 5 play actions for under center was trolling us. Was 100% trolling the Falcon fans that asked, why aren't we doing that with Michael Penix? To the point that it makes me question, can Michael Penix even play under center? That's how bad it is. Like Mia Kimes came up with that's a great point. Yeah, Mia Kimes came out and said the Falcons run the least amount of play action in the league. Before today's game, I think they ran about 38 times. The team that's the second worst ran about 60-something times. That's the disparity of what we didn't run play action. And to have the running personnel with Bijan and Algier makes it super egregious. And that's exactly what she said. She's like, you have the formula to run a great play action offense under center, and you don't do it. And you refuse to do it. So yeah, shout out to Mia Kimes. But yeah,
Oh
man,
well,
that's
me a slicker Falcon fan on the low. We know that, but
Yeah,
and
she be the only
she
one to
yeah,
shows us
support it.
love.
Yeah, she be
Yeah,
the
she
only one to
shows us
support it.
love.
yeah. For
Auntie
national
Joy,
media, she definitely does. For national
yeah.
media, she definitely does. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be
Auntie
a
Joy,
lot of
she
people roasting us. A
I
lot of
mean,
people.
rightfully so, and we deserve it. Auntie
Yeah.
Joy, you got a ticket for sale?
Man, I got
What's
every
up, Joy?
single mother effing ticket that hey. I got every single one. Them motherfuckers for sale.
Oh gosh. That sounds a little
I,
diabolical right there.
I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. And see, what makes it funny to me is that when I wrote on Twitter that I was panicking week 4, oh, everybody was on my butt. Don't panic, don't panic. Now
That's
everybody in
true.
a panic
That's true.
mode. They panicking when you should have been panicking week 4.
I
Week
panicked before
3.
the season started
Week.
because I knew
Man,
what
what you talking about?
at the end of last year. And as I
You
tell
ain't never
y'all,
lied, Joy.
when
Yeah,
they
for
coach
real.
has reached their ceiling 9 times out of 10, you see it. We were 63 last year. That was the ceiling. After a drop off like that, I gotta say I would have fired Raheem at the end of the season. But what do I know? And we still in that same mindset on that slide from last year. Ain't nothing gonna
Mm-hmm.
change. Ain't gonna
And I've
change.
Oh
also
yeah.
touched on Rich McKay as well. So I went to the first few games, and Rich McKay has been on the sidelines, which let
Oh
me
wow.
know that they
Mm-hmm.
tried to say, "Oh, he was over at the
Oh
United."
no,
He
Yeah, we
definitely
know
has his
better than that.
hands still in the Falcons.
Yeah, we knew better than that. I mean, me and Smitty, we had a show where we both agreed that Rich McKay is still around. Because my thing is, if he's still in the building, how can you not? How can you think that he's only going to one side just because we're told that? You know. So yeah, I didn't believe that at all.
yeah, just like I know he was the reason that Raheem Morris is here. Let's keep it real.
Who's that?
Because Rich McKay,
Rich
he's
McKay.
the reason
Yeah,
why
well,
he's here.
I'm not going to answer the pen flex. I wanted Raheem, but only for my own personal reasons. Now, I don't think he's head coach material, and if he is, he ain't good for us. Simple reason because I feel like for one, it irks the hell out of me when he do the press conference. Like, stop sitting there saying what you saying because it's obvious that we aren't making any changes from week to week. It's the
Right.
same thing, and I know that that's your boy. The OC is your boy, but at some
Nah,
point,
he ain't
y'all
my boy.
gotta cut. Not your boy.
No,
I'm
he's
talking
talking about
about his.
Raheem. He's talking about
I'm
Raheem.
talking
Oh,
about
okay,
Raheem
okay.
boy. At some point, you got to let go of the friendship. It ain't no hard feelings, dude. Because now at this point, everybody's panicking. You're not going to see people in the stands. I didn't go to this game today for personal reasons, not because I knew that they would lose. It was for personal reasons why I didn't go, and which was why I sold my tickets. But I said to myself, if they lose today, because we seem to always lose to the sorriest teams,
Yeah,
that
we play down to
I
their
was
level.
done. Because our schedule gets a little finicky now that we playing like this, and now we like, okay, we go to New England. Ain't no telling what's going to happen with that. We gonna go play the Colts. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen with that. We can't lay
Right.
down on Carolina, like, and everybody, oh, the schedule just we good, we good. I'm like, no, y'all better hit the panic button because this I can see it's going downhill. We don't have the players that we thought we had. It's no creativity. We know that Bijan is gonna run. People done caught on to that. They know when it's shut down. Why not put Tyler and Bijan out there at the same time? I don't understand why they don't do that.
I
Because
mean, the thing
he can't go blank for both of them.
it,
Point
it
blank. Period.
it goes back to. I mean, I believe I believe some of that too, Smitty, but it also goes back to stacking plays too, man. We seen that formation a couple of times and had success with it, but we never see it on a consistent basis.
Right.
Only time that I can really say that things were getting spammed was that Buffalo Bills game. That you know what I'm saying? That was like the only game, and it still wasn't necessarily stacking plays. It just things were working so well, especially that run game. And then,
Yeah.
feed and Drake, it was just things were working so well that things I feel like, I don't want to say we got lucky, you know what I'm saying? Because that takes away actually from what the players actually done on the field. So I just
Right.
want to say we just executed well. And that might have been and I hate it, man, because it's people in the Falcon community and there are other fan bases talking about the Falcons right now saying, oh, it looks like the Buffalo Bills game were y'all Super Bowl because after that, y'all haven't been playing up to the competition.
But I
Like,
don't. But
Fair to say, though.
So I think I guess, and this is for the chat and the panel. Are we all in agreement that play calling is the majority of our problem?
I think
Yes.
so.
My hand is
Scheming.
raised.
Yeah, scheming. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Richard, what's up, man?
Man, Smitty, what have I been screaming since the beginning of the season? Well, I say about the third game. Until we get out there, I say what I said, that pistol gonna be the death for us. We just watched Mike McDaniel whoop us with our own scheme, and people didn't even see that. That man played the pistol scheme, but he played it how it's supposed to be played.
Right.
You can't play it as your base scheme. It's impossible. Because like Larry scream all the time, you can't run out of it because there's no deception.
Nah.
The team know what you're doing. You just watch this man use your playbook against you and show you that it worked. Like he was auditioning to be the OC next year. If you really want to get my take on it.
Hey man, I've been calling.
Hey guys, wait a minute. But hold your horses, because two things on why I say that about Mike McDaniel. One, that fan base down there believes that he is not the problem. They believe that it's higher up.
Yeah,
they believe that Mike McDaniel's there down there.
We've been knowing that
Which
since
is most fans, which is most organizations.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know.
Right.
I scream it all the time.
And two, my second thing is wins like this normally catapult people's season. So even if they don't necessarily like make the playoffs or anything, if they can finish with a winning record or a fight toward the end, McDaniels ain't going nowhere.
Oh no, I know that. I was just saying that because his biggest problem, I feel like his only problem is Tua, because it's certain. You seen how Tua just laid down when we really sent the pass rush?
Yeah.
It was a couple times we sent that pass rush. Tua like, nah, I'm just gonna lay it down. So you don't have a quarterback that can really fight when the rush is coming. So that's where his probably, if teams like Todd Bowles and Brian Flores get to you, that's what they're gonna do. But in the same token, you done had so many concussions that everybody, the whole league know you have, so they do feel a little sorry for you when it comes to the pass rush. I've seen teams do that to them. They'll lighten up on the pass rush, and I be like, then I think about it. But for us, the defense not the problem. The only gripe I got about the defense is Bertrand. That's it.
Can we
highlight offense until we get out that straight pistol as our base formation? This is what it's gonna look like, because he's not using it right. He's not creative enough to run the pistol as his base formation, because all of us know right now, if Charlie Warner run left, where's the play going?
They're going left, bro. We know it. We know exactly where they're running at.
Why people don't see that
we
this
gotta
team
start running in the backfield.
This team was built to run. It's still in Arthur Smith's format. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that until we get more agile offensive linemen, till we get what we need on the offensive line, because this is a run blocking offensive line. Let's keep it real. This is why the pass blocking is not good. This offensive line is just made to run.
But see, that's what I've been screaming since the season started. Remember, I said it's really the coaches for me. It's not the players, because what people fail to realize is Arthur Smith built this whole offense. He didn't even just build a line. Y'all don't even, first of all, Zach Robinson don't even know what type of players he got to even run what he need to run. He trying to make them fit the pistol instead of seeing what they do best.
But it's a simple fix, though. I mean, you can keep the guards, because Chris Lindstrom and Matthew Bergeron, they're going to be dogs for years to come. But you get more athletic on the outside with the tackles. Once you do that, you can switch up anything you need to switch up. I mean, that's just what it is.
Because
it ain't going to get no better. Let's keep it real.
I hope it do those, because
I will keep the optimism that hopefully something changes to get better. But am I holding my breath? No, I'm not doing that.
You better not. You're gonna die.
Smith, I had to leave third quarter because I was like, I can't do this with y'all today. Like, literally went to the grocery store. Like, because I refuse to do this with you today because I'm seeing it from the couch. How you not seeing it to make the adjustment? When teams key in on Bijan, just like I said about that San Fran game, you talking about, oh, why are you throwing to the outside on man when Kyle is beating them up the seam? That's your man beater. Boom. You could have won that game if you'd have kept dishing it to Kyle. This game, you keep running it to Bijan. Put Bijan out there with the wide receivers and let him be a wide receiver all day long today instead of being a running
Kyle
back.
should have definitely been your number one target with Drake London out. That just common
Man,
sense.
I just don't. And they said today was National Tight End Day, by the way, too. Something like
I
that.
can't tell.
Yeah, well, you did, man. I couldn't tell the past 2 weeks because you could have took advantage with Kyle Pitts the last 2 weeks,
Man, Kyle
especially
Pitts
last
was
week.
Cal had the most receptions. I will say that Cal had
Yeah,
the
he
most
did.
receptions. He could have
But it wasn't many
ate
yards.
more. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. He could have ate more, but he definitely had the most receptions on the team.
Easily.
He had
Man,
9 receptions, 59 yards.
he should have
Long
had 15.
That
Yeah,
sound
but I mean,
that
yeah,
sound like running back numbers.
but then everyone else next was Cordell Hodge with 3 catches
Oh
for
my
31
God.
yards. Casey Washington with 1 catch for 25. Bajan with 3 catches for 23 yards. David Seals with 2 catches for 14. Darnell Mooney, a whopping 11 yards, 1 catch. And Tyler
Bro, and that's unacceptable because Darnell Mooney was technically outside of Kyle Pitts, the guy that's normally in the offense. Now I know he's still coming back, but I gotta give the wide receivers just a little bit of grace because Kurt didn't look good either. Kurt was missing throws. Kurt was looking like a guy who hadn't played in a year.
Yeah, you rested. That's all that was.
Yeah, he was like a
but
guy that hadn't played in a year.
I agree with that, but he had pressure in his face because they knew what we were going to run.
Right,
The
and that
only
offensive line. Yeah.
time he looked good and comfortable is when he was in no huddle, 2-minute drill when we went right down the field.
Right down the field.
Calling his own
Yeah.
plays.
He was
Calling
calling
his
the
own
plays.
plays. Yeah.
He was calling his plays, and those were unscouted looks by the defense. They didn't know what we were going to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we went down the field because right now, Kirk Cousins can be our offensive coordinator over Zach Robinson. That's keeping
I
it
was
mean.
just about to say, Larry, you think about it. Okay, guys, now we're
Last
all
year was the
upset.
same thing, guys. Same thing last year.
But check this out. Think about it this way. Kirk Cousins kind of just gave everybody a gift who's a Falcon fan because my thing is it should be without a shadow of a doubt because weeks prior it was is it the offensive coordinator? Is it Michael Penix? I'm just talking about the fan base in general.
Yeah.
But today was a clear-cut sign that it is your OC because you have a 14-year veteran cursing this man out on the sideline because you calling the wrong stuff. And as a veteran, he just like, this is unacceptable. So how can you fault the rookie, or should I say the second-year guy who doesn't have as much equity as the 14-year veteran, hasn't seen as much as the 14-year? How can people jump down on Penix? It has been Zach Robinson from the beginning. And hopefully everybody sees that now.
Hey, and did you see how Kirk was holding his hands like this is how the receiver's supposed to run? This is the way the receiver.
Yeah.
You seen that too.
He out there teaching the class. Kirk felt like he was out there teaching a class.
But I told y'all he was the offensive coordinator last year. He was the reason why we won.
Them fans were booing.
Yes, all day long the fans were booing.
And I know for a fact that probably fueled Arthur Blank, but I kind of want to transition real quick. I ain't trying to take over, Smitty, but I just Lisa posted something up here, and I know that was a very controversial statement on Twitter. So I want to back up. She said that Arthur Blank is the reason why this organ is responsible for the state of this franchise.
That's true to a certain extent.
I mean, he's the owner. I mean,
he's trusting the wrong people, basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've said that. Yeah.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Now,
Arthur Blank did hire Raheem, right? But you all remember how Raheem was when he was here the first time. Raheem is that guy that can talk you into running into a brick wall. So he sold Arthur Blank. He interviewed Arthur Blank. He sold him on a plan that he thought was going to work here. And
Right.
and if you follow his track record and you listen to what he's saying, he is that guy that you thought, and I was one of them, that you thought will be able to transition to that next level and be successful at being the head coach. But obviously, very early on, you saw that he was in over his head. Why? Because he brought in 2 rookie offensive coordinators. He brought in 2 coordinators that were really rookies. So here you are. You're kind of suspect as a head coach anyway. I mean, you've been a head coach before, but you were really not at the helm. But then you bring in 2 guys that need help that you can't help as a head coach. So
Yep.
if you're faltering as a head coach, who are you going to turn to? And
Yeah,
if you're
because
messing up
you
as an
know more
offensive
than them.
coordinator, and as an offensive coordinator, if you're messing up and need help, who are you going to turn to?
But
And
see,
you all
Emmanuel,
saw what happened to Jimmy Lake. Jimmy Lake was too
right.
proudful to go help from ask for help from Jerry Gray,
But
who
that's
really
my
should have been
thing.
the coordinator anyway.
That's my
Great
thing,
point, man.
Emmanuel. That's what I keep saying over and over again. That's why he should have hired veteran coaches around him. When he falling, they can pick him up. They can give him tips on how to do this, how to do that. But if you want to hire first year guys, them motherfuckers just learn how to, learn how to walk with flat bottom shoes on. So how are they going to pick you up when you fall and give you advice on how to change this and how to change that? And the only way that he survived to end his contract is if they give him another year. He go out and find another veteran guy like he did Jeff Ulbrich this offseason. Until that, guess what? It's gonna be the same thing over and over again. And like they said earlier, man, you paying your hard-earned money to watch this crap.
Yeah, man. That's tough.
PSL and season ticket is not cheap.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Joy. She'll tell you. So I mean, you gotta choose that.
And they go up every year. The sorry
Every year.
the more money they want.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And I actually thought I thought that his first decision was that he was going to bring back Jeff Ulbrich since they were here together, in the first place. So, but obviously he made the bad decision.
I'm gonna be honest. I still feel like Jeff Ulbrich was a play the whole time because the first year he couldn't get Ulbrich because he was interim head coach.
Yeah, he was.
So
he
needed
wasn't
somebody.
available.
He wasn't available, but he knew that he had. See, it was almost like I sort of see what he. See, first of all, he don't got nobody that can challenge him. So that was the first thing. Then the second thing is I'm still partial to wonder if that was Jimmy Lake's scheme or Raheem's scheme, because when we run a little bit of that, I see how they try to mix it in with Jeff Ulbrich's scheme, and I see how it sort of falters. And I'd be like, yep, that was a Raheem play right there. I'm just being honest. When I see we go in that soft zone, I know Ulbrich ain't calling no soft zone like that. I know.
Yeah, and the pass rush done disappeared the last 2 games. Yeah. Where is that pass rush we seen the first 4 games?
Yeah.
No Zach
Robinson. I'm gonna be honest. I mean
Zach Harrison, excuse me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
no
you.
Zach and no Jalen Walker. Those guys pulled their gaps real good.
That. Yeah. No Divine Diablo. You scared
Diablo.
Cause that backside gonna
Billy Blowman.
Because if I can't, you know what? I'm not. The reason why I'm not mad at the defense is because if I'm the offensive coordinator, you try Bertrand behind out there, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm running straight at him. I'm throwing straight at him.
But that's why I picked him as an X factor, because I knew he was going to be out there, and I knew he was going to get attacked. He started off the beginning of the game, causing an incompletion. I'm like, okay, that's one play, but after that, it was just downhill. Since then, it was almost like him causing the incompletion, almost like made Mike McDaniel upset. Like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Like, be able to stop a play. Now I'm going to go at you the entire game.
Yeah.
Because they already watched that game, man. They already watched. Everybody watched that San Francisco game, and if you can scheme around that like that, I can't even knock you.
Yeah, you can't. Everything. It's almost just like, you know how, you know what I'm saying, like for those who like have like siblings and everything, you have your older brother, and then it's you, and y'all playing the game, and your older brother always kicking you behind, and you just like, dang, can I get an opportunity or something like that? And they just like, you got to beat me. You got to figure out how to beat me. Now
Right.
I'm
But
not
see,
going to give
you
you
just
this.
made a great point, A1, because see, the problem is what we fans don't realize. We mad, right? But guess who the little brother is in this situation? Raheem.
Yeah.
Everybody else been coaching head coaching at least 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And Raheem is technically the little brother.
Shanahan, Salah, Mike McDaniel, all his friends been coaching. This
Right.
is
Mhm.
it's almost like you know how players get welcome to the NFL moments.
Right.
That's what it is. These coaches be the same way at each other
Which
because
is
it's a
crazy
chess
because
match.
this isn't his first time as a head coach, though.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I was
what
about to
I'm
say.
saying is consistently. They have been head coaches consistently at least the last 2-3 years.
Well, they may
Okay.
have been
I
head
said,
coaches.
Okay. So to that, let me ask you this. So if these guys can come out and even though regardless of what their team is doing, the team, the organizations don't want to let them go. So my question to that is, are some guys just better as coordinators then?
yeah, when you want to go
Yes.
higher too, yes, if you feel like you want, I'm gonna tell you, like I said from the beginning, there is no way. This is why I hate our organization structured the way it is. I get why it is, but I hate that it is because if I'm GM Terry Fontenot, ain't no way I'm letting you bring me 2 rookies. Boy, my job on the line too.
My job
Exactly.
on the line.
Exactly. Yeah. And here go the thing too. Just because you make up a great offensive coordinator don't mean you'll be a great head coach. I mean, we've had several head coaches that prove that. I mean,
Yes.
even as good as Shanahan is, he's proven that. You know, he still can't get out of his own way down there. That's why they can't do anything down in San Fran. So Raheem' ultimate mistake was bringing in 2 offensive coordinators that that obviously needed help. So, but at some point, somebody's gonna have to stop the finger pointing, stop the deflection, and say, "Hey, something has to be done." After today, something definitely has to move. I mean, somebody has to move.
But see,
We
that's what I'm saying. That's see, that's the main reason why I'm mad at because I'm gonna be honest, Raheem was not my first pick, truthfully,
Mhm.
and it wasn't Bill Belichick, despite what everybody else think. I just don't think that was a good
Same
hire
here.
neither.
Same
But
here, word for word.
but when they picked them, I still sort of had high hopes for them because I want them to accomplish what we did. It was part of that 2016 stuff. I want you to be able to accomplish, put yourself in a position to accomplish. Because I figured you learned something when you went to LA. Because McVay don't play by his team.
Right,
He
right.
don't. Say what you want. I don't even believe Zach Robinson running McVay offense. I believe that's what Zach Robinson created himself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Because the plays that you're running, I've never seen McVay really run like that.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? But
He's trying to
I
be his
think,
own man, King.
yeah, but I think part of it too is like one of the other content creators brought up. I don't think you reviewing them play, game day play designs or whatever. I don't think you reviewing them. I think you're trusting your coaches to be coaches like you did Jimmy Lake and let him cut his own throat. But in the same token of you doing that, you're killing the morale of the team.
yeah.
Mhm.
You
But
know
I
what, Zach?
as
Zach really just like he just calling plays. It don't look like he has any type of scheme to it.
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
don't
Raheem
call
ain't
a
looking
play.
in on anything. Raheem,
right.
It's
he's
not
supposed to be a
like
CEO, but he can't be a CEO and seeing what the game plan is and agreeing with it. So again, yeah, I think he's a passenger.
Yeah,
Um, he's a passenger on this
just like
team.
Raheem was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
What you were
Raheem
but
is.
saying, Joe? Hold on. Just
that
what you were saying?
that's the thing though. It's like
Hold
even
on, King. I
me.
think Joe was trying to say something too. What you were trying to get in on that too, Joe?
I don't know. I just forgot. They done got me all scrambled. I forgot.
Nah.
Sorry about that, Joy.
I'm sorry.
Sorry
I'm sorry.
about that.
I just forgot. I forgot. It'll come to me in a minute.
But what I was finna say is, it's like if I'm an offensive coordinator, right? It's like I can scheme better than you, and that's what's irritating me
Because if I'm an offensive coordinator, I got plays that lead to other plays that lead to other plays like a spider web. I'm going to do these 3 plays because if you give me this look on this play, I'm going to take the 4th play. And I may, like, prime example, my first play out the gate, whether the receiver catch the ball or not, we going deep. We going to go and test your secondary out the rip. I need to know what I'm working with.
Right.
My first play deep. If it's intercepted, oh well. At least we know what we up against now.
Yeah, but
And
these
it's
last
coming
3,
from up under center. It's not coming out of the pistol. And then I'm smart enough to know that if, like I said, if they're keying in on Bijan not playing running back this game. He playing wide receiver since we down 1 anyway.
Right.
Bijan would not touch the ball today as a running back. I'm just sorry. He not. We finna spread your defense out. That's exactly what we finna do. But you can't do this because you don't have a creative enough coordinator. He hadn't even thought of that yet for real.
Well, see, the problem is, man, I keep telling y'all the adjustments. And like somebody said in the chat, I saw that all game too. When you got 8 in the box the whole game, you got to use Kyle Pitts to your advantage. And like I told y'all, when y'all see 8 in the box, line Kyle Pitts outside, use them vertically. I mean, something just common sense. I mean, if you ain't got common sense of the coach, why are you coaching?
Yeah,
something just common sense.
Yeah,
look, man, Raheem wanted to make his own coaching tree, guys. That's why he got 2 inexperienced guys, so he can say that those are my guys. He's trying to make his own coaching tree.
What about the saying, Smitty?
It's bad with 2 people saying that.
No, you got.
I've been saying that for like
screaming that.
Boy,
no,
I've been
Smitty,
saying
you
for
got
a minute.
3 people. Because I've been screaming.
You're right, A1. You're absolutely right. He tried to make his own coaching tree. I want to get 2 people that ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Let them start here so I can start my own coaching tree.
Yeah, I've been saying that's what he was doing. Because other than ego, it didn't make no sense until I thought about it one day and I said he want to create his own coaching tree because he came off of a coaching tree. So everybody he working with came out that same coaching tree.
But Rich, how can you start a coaching tree when you ain't started winning?
That's what I was finna get to, Smitty. You ain't warned enough.
Yeah.
And it's funny that A1 signal is right over Raheem's face. Did he say that?
Man, listen. Hey.
Well, first of all, he got to get people to buy in and wearing those capri pants. I don't think everybody gonna wear capri pants as a coach. So, I mean, he you know, I don't knock a guy for what they trying to do, right? But I will knock a guy for not asking for help. You know, Raheem know he's in over his head. I mean, at the very least, Zach is in over his head. Jeff Albrecht, he could have did better with his defense today. He saw what it is. But his mistake was,
man, when you on the field 37 minutes, ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah, true indeed. But my thing is, there is what you call situational football, right? You see things not working at halftime. Arguably the best running back in the league got 10 yards.
Yeah,
that tells you need to change your game plan big time. Everything needs to change.
But we haven't shown this year that we're a second half team.
Yeah. But it's still, even if you do make him your keep him as your plan, Bijan as your trying to establish the run game. Obviously, your blocking is not working. There's another thing it's called scheme blocking. Like I said, situational football. Like when I was coaching, right? I used to have one specific game. We wanted to play against some guys over at Godby Road, right? And we had one guy. I had one guy that's claimed he was 10 years old, but he was every bit of like he was about 17, 18 years old. Couldn't stop that guy for nothing in the world. So what did you do? You change it. You let that guy, let his skills take him out of the play. We had one guy on defense for Miami, number 20. I don't remember his name, but he was the single guy that was tearing our offense line up. we could not stop that guy for nothing in the world. Same thing happened last week.
That was Jordan Brooks, who I talked about in the preview show. He led the
Okay.
NFL in tackle with 75, and today
Yeah.
He played to his strength, though. He played right up to his strength today.
He killed us. I mean, like you said, we played to his strength. I don't know why we kept trying to run at that guy, because obviously we couldn't block him. So I mean, and it was the same thing we did last week in San Fran. One guy on defense, what's his name, Tatum. That dude, he killed us. He killed us, and the rest of the defense is fed off us.
Bethune too.
Yeah, Bethune. That's what I'm talking about. Tatum Bethune. That's his name.
And he was a rookie.
Yeah, he was a rookie. In second string. Third. No, he was third string because the starter and the backup were hurt.
Yeah. But that just shows you how bad our coaching is, man. Because for the second straight week, they ran the same players on offense. They schemed for us on defense the same way. And you mean tell me you didn't make no adjustments on how to call plays? That's just stupid.
There it is.
And what you think the New England Patriots going to do?
Same thing.
Same
copycat lead. Copycat lead.
Yeah.
So, do we fire the OC coach tomorrow?
No, that man gonna be still here.
Now, as much as crap I'm talking, I want him to get fired, but it ain't, because like Chris said, he got 2 years left on his deal. And on top of that, who you gonna bring in to replace him to turn it around in a matter of 11 games? Not gonna happen.
We don't.
Turn your mic on, Larry.
Of the season.
Turn your mic on, Larry.
Right.
Oh no, I'm
thing
sorry. It was good that I was muted. It was good.
No, real quick. My thing is, to your point, Smith, it's not just about the money. It's about the structure, like King Richie was saying earlier. We don't have the structure to move on from any of these guys because of what happened from the start.
But look, how long have I been saying they need structure in the front office, period?
I mean, we've been talking about this for umpteen years now, but I mean, of course, we're still not getting it. But my whole point is, we have to ride this thing out. Like I've been telling Falcon fans that anyway, like let's fire this guy, fire that guy. We have no choice but to ride it out. We don't have the structure or anybody in place that we can feel confident that can lead this team past the guys that we already have. Right. This is going to have to be a complete blow up if we're talking about changing things around here. It's got to be.
So the coaches that we fired, should we have really fired them?
Talking about like Ike Hilliard and stuff like that.
Man. Whatever they were, that was
no.
So was he actually used as a scapegoat on the mere fact that the real people that need to be coached are still going to be here?
Most certainly.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, scapegoat, deflection, finger pointing, however you want to say it. Yeah, because you got to remember
that's
how.
That's why Ray
before
McLeod got let go, because what he said
he called him out.
Ain't no loyalty. That's why they let him go.
Yeah.
These coaches ain't loyal.
Yeah.
The NFL ain't loyal.
TV that Kurt was pissed off.
Oh yeah.
No, Kirk.
The truth be told, Kirk is going to be here. He's going to got his contract here. So, we are
Kirk for OC. That's what I say.
I think he's going after this year.
Kirk
since they only have like 10 million left. They'll cut him at the end of the
Kirk for OC. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it anyway. He's doing it anyway.
Well, I you know what, Smitty? I think he'll be here through the 2026 season. That's when his contract ends. I think he'll still be here.
But they only have 10 million dead cap space.
Oh yeah.
If they want to move on from him, they can. Because ain't nobody gonna.
I wouldn't be against that.
After
but nobody ain't gonna get him.
And Gio's around the league saying he washed up anyway.
Yeah. And then today happens.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna retire. When the new league gets started, he done got that roster bonus of 10 million. Then he gonna retire.
I mean, I would do the same thing if I was in his position. Yeah. I mean, I can't even fault him for that.
Cause he ain't did nothing but screw up since he got here. He got in trouble, got a 5th round pick took. And then, when the season was over last year and he got hurt, he didn't tell us to the end of the season that he got hurt. And now today, the performance today, it was okay. But who knows? He probably said, well, let me watch me fuck this up one more time.
Hey, and to be honest with you, I'm I'm not even optimistic about believing that he was hurt. I think it was just bad performance.
Yeah.
I mean, really true. I mean, his money guaranteed. What he got to lose? Not a thing.
Yeah, I said the same about Michael Penix. He probably wanted to play, but since they figured they could turn it around with Kirk Cousins, and you see they didn't, it backfired on them. So had Penix played or not, the way they called play today, it probably still would have been a loss. Probably wouldn't have been as bad, but it probably still been a loss. And the dejection that the player showed today, they stand behind Michael Penix 100%, and they know it was wrong.
Yeah, true that. And really, right about now, the idea, and I was totally against it at first, at dealing Pitts, right? I think we should have. I really think we should have, because for what he's given us, right? We got 2 other tight ends on the roster that can give us exactly what he's trying to give us, or what we've gotten from him. I mean, outside of his rookie year.
Utilize him, they're like crash dummies.
Yeah. I mean, and plus we got blocking. We know that we know those 2 can block. I mean, why not? Why not? We know they got hands. You know, they're not as elusive as a Kyle Pitts, but at the same time, these guys got open. They're gonna give you 500-600 yards a year as a tight end, and that's basically what you want from your tight end. You get anything more than that, it's a bonus.
Right. Yeah, me carry his stump plummeted today, and it really, honestly, it plummeted long before now because, like I said, GMs were talking about he was washed up anyway, and today pretty much showed it. I mean, his arm is shot, man. Some of those throws that
I don't know who the hell thought to even do some stupid contract like that. I never wanted him on the team at all.
Well, here's the thing about these relics. But here's the thing about Kirk Cousins. He was brought here to be more than just a backup quarterback, right? You got a young quarterback coming in. You wanted somebody who could actually show this young quarterback coming in, which what he's done so far, what could he have showed him, right? But with the thought of it, he's kind of like playing 3 roles right now. He's playing the backup quarterback, he's playing the mentor. Plus, like you said, Smitty, he's actually the OC. So, I mean, he's playing 3 roles right now. So he's getting paid for 3 roles. But when you look at what other teams are paying for starting quarterbacks and backup quarterbacks, we actually got them relatively cheap. I'm not going to say for him, it was probably expensive for him.
But let me give y'all a quick stat right quick before we get out of here. Joe Flacco has thrown more touchdown passes in 3 games than the Falcons had of 10 and 7. Think about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Jeff, and what, he's 40 years old. But it also goes back to how they're scheming for things and the offensive coordinator. This man went from the Browns to the Bengals, and right now he is keeping the Bengals playoff hopes alive.
Yeah. Just like Baker Mayfield went from the Panthers to the Rams and then to Tampa Bay. It's just all about scheming and what knowing how to use that.
Even though they did lose today against the Jets.
Hey, but then
I'm about to say the Jets scored 38 points today.
39. It was 39-38.
Hey, but then at the same time, it's like not saying Kirk the best, but that scheme we running, I see how it just totally pissed him off today. Like I think he had enough of that pistol. Like I seen the rebellion.
Yeah, he had enough of it last year. Did you see him audibling a lot when he was calling?
It happened last year.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when they were beefing for a couple of games.
Didn't Kirk get on the center this game too?
So that
really
wrong with the
which means Michael Penix can do it.
Like, I'm not saying Kirk is the best, but at this point, if you pissing off Kirk Cousins, I mean, he's one of the nicest guys out there, regardless of all the BS. It's just like when you piss off a Kirk Cousins, someone who been in the league and played under championship OCs, and he telling you what the F are you out here calling? Oh, it's serious. I knew then. It wasn't just one time; it was 2 or 3 times the camera panned to him.
He did about 3 or 4 times this game.
Right.
Yeah,
that also goes back to what I said about the offense too, with Michael Penix, about him audible and everything. I don't think he has the authority to audible.
I don't either, because Kirk audible. every time
I
he
don't
wanted
either.
to today.
If you the quarterback, you should have the authority to do anything that's gonna make the damn team better. I
That
don't
part.
believe in that because if you tell me I can't audible and I'm seeing what I see on the field and I'm telling you I can exploit that and you tell me no, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have a problem.
That's how
But
Tom
that's
Brady
what I'm
became the
saying.
man over in New England.
Yep.
When Tom Brady,
And
Josh
Josh McDaniel.
McDaniel, and
Yeah.
Belichick, they had it out on national TV. And after that, Tom Brady got the green light to do whatever he wanted on that field. Because he's seeing it. He's seeing it when he
And I
made that.
tell people,
But
wait,
Michael Penix it doesn't have the equity to go after Zach Robinson like Kirk Cousins
Right,
does.
right.
but think about it, Chris. If he calls an audible and it works and gets us plays, and he does it 3, 4, 5 times a game,
Yeah.
and that lets me know that he ready to do things like that. And if you
Mhm.
holding him back from doing that, you stopping the
Yeah.
growth of this offense.
Yeah.
Because now, I'm telling y'all, just like Kurt, and I tell you exactly when it was that Minnesota game. He was cussing 2, 3 times that game because of what they were running. He seen Pitts wide open. He probably seen London wide open. He
Yeah.
got tired of just getting beat on the ball. He probably just got tired of it.
Yeah.
Now, when you hold somebody back from being who they are, that's going to hurt them mental as well. Because
Yeah.
they say, if I can't run this play and I know I can make this play, why the
Yeah.
hell am I doing this?
Yeah,
What the
you're
hell am I
exactly
doing?
right. It was that
And
Minnesota game because every time
Yeah,
the play came in, he
right.
stopped. He put his hand on his hip like he always do, and he'll look toward the sideline like, "What
Right.
in the?"
What
Yeah,
the play
yeah,
at? Pin
yeah,
the play in. Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
mean,
that
come on.
goes to
but
show you right there. That's what I'm
but see,
saying.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, I knew it was something funny when Michael Penix wasn't throwing down the field because that's been that man game since damn near high school.
Right.
Yeah.
You telling
Yeah.
me I seen you throw more down the field in his first 3 games. I seen you go, man. I'm gonna tell you what kills me. The very first game with New York, you was like a kid with a new toy. If you go back and watch that very first play, it will play action under center. And I ain't seen you do that none this year except for with Kirk Cousins. I don't even think you called that. I think Kirk called. I think Kirk really got tired of your play calls today. I seen it in his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the
Yeah,
reason the drive stalling, not Kirk Cousins. Yeah,
right.
But it
he
had to
ain't
be
got his
done though.
timing on. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
overthrowing because he ain't played. I get that part, but just to see his frustration, because I sort of think it was the play calls he was calling that was pissing him off because he looked toward the sideline, like you said. It's like a dad when he mad at you, he put his hands on his hips. I know that come from having kids. So he put his hands on his hip. He just looking at you. One time they pan over to Kirk just staring, and I'm like, I know he looking at Zach Robinson.
Yeah.
I mean, and sad is, man, the thing is, and I'm gonna end it with this. If the fans and the players on the team know that Zach the problem, why not just get rid of Zach?
Yeah.
I mean, you might, who knows? I mean, you might have somebody else on the sideline that can call plays, or they may not, but at least you'll have respect in your locker room again.
Yeah.
Because
But one thing I noticed too, Smitty.
Locker room gone, man. I'm telling y'all. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. One last thing. When I read that report, when you were talking about we were talking about Penix that can be elevated, but when I read that report that Zach Robinson was looking at film on what Penix was doing in college, the plays rather that he was doing in college, I knew then Zach Robinson didn't belong in this position. One thing is for sure,
I agree with that 100%.
You already got a playbook. What you going look? What you looking at those plays for? Penix was made for this offense. Let that man run. Let him go.
That's the thing. If they built this offense around him, why is it looking so bad?
Exactly.
No, because he changed it, Smitty. He didn't build an offense around Penix. He built it around Bijan. He said it in his interview.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing, King.
Go ahead,
He did not have to build the offense at all. He didn't have to build it around nobody. If you take a quarterback in the first round, number 8, if you take that quarterback at number 8 in the first round, your offense is already there for that quarterback.
Right.
It's not like you picking this quarterback 4th, 5th, 6th round. Your offense is already built if you picking this guy to run your offense. You don't have to change or build it around anybody. You just go. It's almost plug and play. all you have to do is build your chemistry with the quarterback has to do is build his chemistry with his team, with his receivers.
Yep. Carry you right. No matter if it's Kirk or Penix, the offense still gonna look the same because of the offensive coordinator. It's just that simple. But before we get out of here, man, Larry, tell everybody where to find you, my guy.
All right, let me unmute. Thank you for having me on the stream.
No problem.
Always good conversation, talking with you guys, knowledgeable guys that know the game of football and just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody make sure you hit the like button, tip your waiter, you know what I'm saying, on the way out. Yeah, very disappointing. I'm looking for the black jacket, sporting jacket with the red shirt, red tie, red pocket square. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that attire. That's the only press conference I want to see. I know people say, Larry, it's too early. We still got enough time to make up for it. The way we're playing right now, how predictable this offense is. First, Zach Robinson needs to be fired. And Raheem needs to be told, if you don't turn this season around, you're fired. And unfortunately, Terry might catch some of that shrapnel also, since he's been here 5 years.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you for having me on, man. We got to deal with these Hawks tomorrow. If you guys want to check out commentary of the game, please come check us out at the Dixon Way on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, and X. We do live commentary during the game. Fan doing commentary during the game. So turn on your TV, turn up the Dixon Way, all that blappity. But thank you for having me on, man. Y'all have a great rest of your evening as best you can with this bad loss. And hopefully the Hawks turn it around tomorrow against the Bulls. We'll be doing that.
Man, tell everybody where to find you, man.
Yeah, you know what? Guys, y'all know how we do it, man. I always enjoy being on with you guys. I appreciate y'all having me on. A lot of knowledgeable content I get from you guys. You guys are part of the reason why I started doing content, because all I do is talk Falcon football. So, and it's one of the reasons why my wife won't even travel with me nowhere, because I always find somebody to talk to. But yeah, man, like I said, man, y'all can follow me at Atlanta Falcons Fandemic on YouTube. I started my Instagram page back last night, ATL_Fandemic. Also on Twitter as well, AF_Fandemic on Twitter. Appreciate y'all support. I'm tracking my way to 1,000, so I'm up to about 800 and some change. So I'm getting there, and I appreciate y'all support, man. Anything that y'all can give me, man, I'm good for it. I appreciate it.
No doubt, my brother. Sure. King Richard, tell everybody where to find you, man.
Man, you can find me at Dirty Falcon Podcast. I appreciate you for letting me on, Smitty. Also, type in King Richie, pop out in your YouTube search bar, and go stream my single. I'm at like 7,500 streams, so I'm trying to get to 10,000. So if you can help me out with that, I greatly appreciate it.
No doubt.
Again, appreciate you, Smitty.
Sure.
Chris, you know what to do, my guy.
Hey, man. Well, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Please come over and become a part of the A1 family, because we'd love to have you over here. And also, the Atlanta Hawks Digest, again, like Larry was saying, we're taking on the Bulls. Kind of a shaky start to the beginning of the season, but still plenty of games to turn it around. But so, catch me over at the Hawks Digest as well. Twitter, A1 Forever. Instagram, A1 Forever. The Real A1 Forever on TikTok. I want to give a shout out to the chat and everybody who tuned in today for this. I hate this debacle, but, at the end of the day, we still had to talk about it. And I thank you for everybody who tuned in. At one point in time, I seen we had like 711 people total in the chat. So definitely appreciate you guys, and please make sure y'all guys hitting that like button on Smitty Sports Machine and also on A1 Forever, as it really would, help both of our channels get out there in the algorithm so more people can know about Smitty and myself. And again, always, great doing Falcons content, for you guys and with you guys.
Facts. And also, man, y'all can hype our videos up too, man. Go to the comment section under the video that you're watching, hit the hype button, and click that, man. That also helps us get our video through the YouTube universe as well. Auntie Joy, where can we find you besides selling your tickets?
At the house with my bunny on, like
Mhm.
as soon as I get off here. You can find me on Twitter at her lil self 23. And then I actually have 2 YouTube channels, but I don't even really use this one that much. But the other one is Chop It Up TV. So if you guys are into like classic cars and all of that, I go to lots of car shows and stuff like that. So that's what I be doing. But yeah, you can find me.
Tell about that space. I know you do spaces too.
Well, I don't really. Well, I was doing spaces for court. That'd be Ebony doing spaces on Tuesdays. If y'all on Twitter and you want to hear a crash out coming soon, actually this Tuesday, so like 7:30 on Twitter, they're gonna crash out. I'm sure about the Falcons play.
And if y'all want to get L pages, either got this on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah. So also, man, y'all know where to find me, man, right here on Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube at FatBoySlam_21. I blew Twitter up today. I had it in a rage because as the game was going on, I was just tweet. I had Twitter finger today, and I was mad, man. Dude, performance was so bad, man. I couldn't do nothing but get mad. It kept me watching the game, but yeah. Bounce back game, hopefully in Indy, but I'm not holding my breath because, like Joyce said, you do that, you might die. But Tuesday, we had a preview show, man. Me and Chris preview show. We don't know who's gonna pop in yet, but no matter who it is, we're gonna have that show 8:00 on Tuesdays, man. Please come through with those questions. Please come through with great energy, man. Leave the negativity at home.
Yes.
But I'm telling you. This has to get better before it gets worse, but I'm not holding my breath for that either. But if I keep saying that, I'm gonna probably be done passed out. But it's been another great show, man. And we'll see where it goes, man. Because one thing about it, we're gonna have to make it right in the end, no matter what we feel about it. So look, for me and the panel, Larry, Emmanuel, Miss Joy, Chris, King Richie, we're gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
Peace.